Barney. Come on. Here we go, yo. Barney is a dinosaur from our imagination. And when he's tall, he's what we call a dinosaur sensation. Barney's friends are big and small, they come from lots of places. After school they meet to play and sing with happy faces. Barney loves to play with you whenever we may need him. Barney can be your friend too if you just make believe him. Barney.
The Worst Barney Episode is a show created by passionate Barney fans for Barney fans. Our love and respect for the Barney franchise and the talented individuals who brought this groundbreaking show to life run deep. However, like all long-running series, we recognize that not every episode resonated equally with every viewer. This series is not intended as a critique or disparagement of Barney, the creators, or the team behind the show. Instead, it's an opportunity for us to engage in lighthearted discussions and reflect on the episodes we may not have enjoyed as much as others. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to everyone involved in the creation of Barney, and we invite all of you to join us in this playful and nostalgic journey while keeping it fun and respectful.
Hi, friends. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new era. Welcome to part 8, season 7. How's everybody doing? I see people in the comments. If you're here, keep saying hello. Let's see who's all in here. I think all the usual suspects are here. There's Drew. What's up, Drew? AJ says we are back. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. There's a deep cut. Must be talking about the Barney remix thing. Yeah, that was pulled from like a wasn't like a tribute or something for one of Barney's anniversaries or something like that for PBS. It was very strange. I saw it one time and never saw it again until it made it to YouTube. What's up, everybody? Prince says, "Hey, everyone, what's happening?" Hey, Kerron, how's it going? It's going good, man. Thank you for being here. We're excited to talk today. We are on a new era. We're on the hit entertainment era. So this is where the fun, I think, really starts to begin for us. It's been fun, but now we've met the top of the hill. Now it's time to start declining. So it's going to be a lot of fun as we finish up looking at all these episodes. Here, I want to show what we are looking at right now. This is what our bracket is right now. So we have Rock with Barney. We have Hop to It. My Favorite Things, Hats Off to BJ, All Mixed Up, Circle of Friends, A Little Mother Goose. If you don't know, if you're not aware, I'm sure people aren't really. We are now available to stream as like a podcast on wherever you stream podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, all those great things. So you can check out, if it doesn't have the videos, just the audio, but if you want to be able to listen or catch up on things, you can do that now. So we are now also there. Otherwise, we are live on my YouTube channel, and we are also live on Terrific Tribute's YouTube channel. So again, if you're here, talk to us, engage with us as we go through. But I'm just going to bring the other co-hosts in, and we'll just get started here. So first up, we have Emmy, whose name today is Jonathan, number 2.
I meant, just to clarify, I mean, like my number 2, like my second most liked Barney voice.
Barney voice.
I'm not saying he's a shit. I'm not just to clarify. But yeah, he's growing on me. He's growing on me. This Canadian character actor. But he, you know, I'm a Bob girl, so
How is he growing on you and Dean hasn't? Like,
that's a very good question.
What's your thing with? Well, but you've seen. I think if I'm right, besides now watching season 7, you've seen more Barney World than you have seen Park era anything, right?
Yeah. I'm literally only watching it for the streams. You know,
Yeah. There's no other reason to be watching these.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, welcome in. And then of course we have Terrific Tributes. What's up, man?
Laughing
I knew you
to
were gonna
play,
do that.
learning something new.
I knew you were.
That's
I
been
knew
in
you
my
were gonna
head
do that.
for the past 2 weeks. But you know what?
It's not that catchy of a song to be stuck in your head, but whatever. I
Oh,
digress.
whatever.
Whatever is
Hater.
absolutely right. How
Just
are
mad
you
'cause he's
doing?
black. What?
I am actually.
Oh, okay.
To be black and also a terrible voice. No, I'm just kidding. He's growing on me too a little bit. He's not obviously the best voice that there's been, but he's doing all right. And I think the video that they released yesterday, was it, of them all, like
2
the voice
videos.
actors, 2 days it was?
No, 2 videos.
Oh, 2 videos, yeah, of them showing the people like in the booth recording it.
Yeah.
For some reason, it puts it into a different perspective. Like he's actually having fun with it and enjoying
Yeah, he
it.
is.
It's not like he's just like,
He
oh, it's
is.
just another voice. Like he's actually enjoying it, which
Yeah.
is nice to see.
Yeah. And he really
Was that a
understands the
booth?
character.
I don't
really
know if that was a booth or if it was like his house, like an area in his, or I don't know.
Like-
I saw like a Barney poster on the wall, but it was
Mhm.
really hard to tell where exactly he was. And
Yeah,
it
like
probably
normal
should be.
sound
We need
booths.
to track him down.
Yeah, normal sound booths, like studio sound booths, they don't have like brick wall and like weird flooring.
Well,
and
yeah,
whatnot.
but it's also Canada, so you know anything can happen. Eh?
Let's
And
get
speaking of
Canadian
Canada-
studio booth.
Speaking of Canada, and anything can happen.
Let's see here. Anthony says, "What's up, Mr. K? Yours truly just had a birthday 2 days ago.
Whoop,
Who?
whoop.
Was it you?
Happy birthday.
What a way to celebrate. Hey, good job, man. Happy birthday. Our birthday was for you. Is for your wish. to
They don't know that yet.
Huh?
They don't know that yet.
Oh, they do now. Happy birthday, Anthony. Hope it was a good birthday for you. Let's see here. Did you see the Barney World trailer? Yes, we've seen
Yes.
Like a
everything
month
that's
behind.
been getting released nearly by the day. It's if you're not in History Fans on Facebook, people are consistently posting every new video, which I think we don't need to do anymore. But yeah, we've seen everything that's been released so far. Hey, Rip, it's your era. How you feeling? Oh man, that's great. Thank you for doing that. AJ says, "Hey, Riff, fantastic." Jonathan Langdon is that what happened? Oh yeah, is what? And then you want to finish your sentence?
Hang on, I have to. Hang on, I have to get rid of his last name. There we go. There we go.
There you go.
That's
Jonathan is number 2. There you go. Drew is saying for the remix on the very beginning, that remix was from a promotional video, probably for international markets. Not sure, but yeah, it was a legit remix. Like a fan didn't just create that. That was a legit remix. That was, and I actually enjoyed it. I wouldn't have liked it as like the main like theme song rendition, but it was a cool rendition to have somebody like tackle it and do something different to it with it. Hedge is not here. He'll be here a little later. He got off work right as we have to start, so he'll jump in here probably in about another 20 or 25 minutes for Hedge's #1 fan. Just kidding. That Barney World doll in the back sits up just like the doll from Backyard Gang. Yes, it does. I mean, actually, and also the gun doll. If you guys are aware of what that doll is,
The gun
it's the
doll.
Barney with the white mouth. He also sat up like that. Jesus Christ, Kaylin. All right. And then also today we have the great Dean Fender, who said they would definitely want to be here as we kick off to argue on behalf of Dean, and I'm also going to argue on behalf of Dean. We have, of course, the wonderful Jen. What's up, Jen?
Hi, everybody.
Wow,
Hey,
it's
Emilia.
great to be here.
You want to run that by me one more fucking time? You want to justify your stance there?
We started already. This is why we had to put the discretion thing on the beginning now, just so people know.
Yeah, some adult language.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Some.
We're gonna use all the adult language today. Fuck yeah. Anyway.
Jonathan Langdon is Terrific Tributes. Hey, as you sit there, they don't all look the same. Are you saying we all look the same?
What do you mean, people? Jen?
So yeah, as you guys know, we are here obviously to talk about season 7. Before we do that, like we've been doing, we're going to talk about some news. I don't know how much news we need to talk about because I think all of you have seen that if you haven't watched it, you have at least seen things happening. But Kaylin insists that we cover the news, so we're going to cover the news. Next time I'm going to bring in like a news introduction for sure. But go ahead, Kaylin. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, well, we talked about it earlier, but they, kind of, we already know who the voice actors were for the series, but they kind of just, revealed them in a behind the scenes promo. The first that was sent to us by a new moderator in the group, Billy.
Yeah, Billy.
Ironically, and
not that Billy, the other one.
I don't know about no Billy.
We have a new moderator in Barney History Fans.
You want to run me by a Billy?
What was I saying? Oh yeah, was that the only video like available from parents.com? Was that made specifically for them?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was like an exclusive.
And then the second one, obviously, that was
straight up on the Instagram page.
Right.
Yep.
I liked it. A lot of people were mad because they've killed the illusion. Do you want to show it first? Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I can't find it anywhere else without searching for the parents thing. So I'm going to have.
Isn't it on their TikTok and Instagram?
Yeah, send it. No, that's a different video they did. They did one.
Oh, is that? Oh.
For parents.com. Send it to me, Kaylin, because I don't want to use Boltum's because he changes the colors and all that shit, and it annoys me. When I know that it exists as like an actual thing, and then he like changes the saturation and just.
We're a happy family.
Otherwise, I would play it, but yeah. Send it to me though, and we'll talk about it. Let's see what some other people are saying here. Not to brag, but I do a decent Duncan Brandon Barney.
We don't care about him anymore.
Brandon.
Yeah, say that 5 times fast. You got to join us on one of these streams, Isaiah. Before we run out of.
No, because he's going to talk about how he wants Selena Gomez.
Yeah, so you have to join us at season 9.
No, that was me.
Yeah.
All of you.
Where'd you send it to, Kaylin?
Your messenger. It's still sending. This is a really long video.
Oh, you're sending me the video. I thought you were sending me like the parents.com article.
The article?
It has the video in it.
Oh, yeah. Barney and Friends premiered in 1988. That one?
Yeah, exactly. Hold on. I'll find it.
What was so funny, someone pointed this out to me after I shared that. That article had a fact checker.
Yeah. I saw that. I saw that.
They did a very good job.
They did a terrible job.
Which article?
The parents.com article. It had a fact checker on it.
Did it really?
And it said Barney and Friends premiered in 88.
Fact checked. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, this is the person that we blame.
Like,
Sarah, you don't know what you're talking about.
Freelance editor. No
anything. That's why right there.
And she couldn't even go into Wikipedia.
Sarah Scott, you have 2 first names of 2 different genders.
Yeah, pick a first name, you weirdo.
No.
Pick a side.
I'm sorry, I hate that post so much. Like he's tooting up that ass.
Shut up. And you like the things that aren't even nice.
He's what now? Sorry. What is he doing?
What is he doing, Kaylin?
He's tuning up that thing. Don't you see it?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you mean how he's sitting at like a side, like a
Right.
If you look at the picture that they have on Max right now for it, it's more of that picture. You can really he is actually
Oh,
standing.
is it finally up?
His hips to the side. Yeah, I told you that yesterday.
No. Well. Okay.
I did tell you. All right. Here we go. Let's see.
There's Mr.
I wonder. Let's get all up in Jonathan's grill.
I might not have seen this, so this might be the first for me.
All right, here we go. I hope you guys can hear it. Tell me if you can hear it.
That poster in the background is so bad.
Yeah.
Mute it.
Can you hear the audio?
Don't let RSV steal a minute of your bonding time.
What is happening?
Your RSV vaccine presents your baby from the #1 cause.
Don't let Trump take away your rights. Is that what this is about? Risk more.
Do
Oh,
more.
risk less, do more.
Get the
Okay.
season's vaccines.
Ooh, I like this. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Langdon, and I voice Barney, the singing and dancing purple dinosaur.
Debatable.
I feel a dance coming on. The thing I love most about playing Barney is that Barney teaches them how to handle big and small emotions. Like as a father, I'm a father of 3 girls, so I really appreciate Barney's approach to teaching children like how to process that emotions as well as showing them it's okay.
Barney, can I talk to you for a minute?
If you need to talk, I love to listen.
Hi, I'm Janet Soy, and I play Mel, one of Barney's friends. Mel is very adventurous. She's full of energy. She can be very competitive sometimes. I just gotta keep practicing my jump. Then I can get just as good as Billy. Yes!
Hi, I'm Jay DeRoche, and I voice David, one of Barney's friends. He's very empathetic. He always puts others before himself, which is beautiful. He's self-aware, caring, kind, and he's got a huge imagination,
Urban.
which, is a good thing, but sometimes that big imagination makes him nervous.
Good block, David. Oops.
Uh-oh, might have been too good. The ball's flying out of the park.
I really hope that kids are able to, really receive the message of like how to just share that love and joy with each other, right? How to explore your imaginations to the fullest, how to learn how to like be yourself and love yourself for who you are.
Because I love you.
I love you.
There it is. Yeah.
I love how Jonathan Langdon specifies that Barney is a singing and dancing purple dinosaur.
Yeah.
Sings and dances. Wow.
That's what makes him unique.
That's a revelation.
I saw a lot of people were mad that, throughout the years, in the early years, that the actors would never do like interviews or like reveal themselves because the ordinance was for them to, that Barney is real.
Yes.
Don't break the illusion. Whereas this, these are very talented voice actors. Of course, they're going to be put on a pedestal because of what they've done.
And I think it's different than that. I think it's just the fact that it's animation, right? We know that this is not the real Barney in any, you know what I mean? Like, whereas when we saw the live action one, like, with the live action one, there was that sense of like feeling, at least for young kids, that's a real thing. So that would take the illusion away. Whereas kids know that that's a cartoon. So, there's not really a reason to be like, oh, we got to keep their identities a secret. Like, who cares?
Yeah, if you can read credits,
Well, I could read credits when I was younger. I just never read them. By the time the credits came on for Barney, I turned it off. Turned on another one. So, but there's no reason to not let their attention. And now we're also in a world of social media where you need that to help promote your things. So using those people's followers along with everything else is part of the whole promotion thing. So it makes sense.
I thought the guy that plays David, I thought he would be significantly younger.
Yeah,
the guy's 11 or 13 years old.
the picture that we've seen so far, before we've seen him in video, looked like, I think it was a younger like headshot. That's probably why.
Right.
Let's see here. Oh, he heard you say urban.
That's basically what he said.
I mean, I thought cartoons were real when I was a kid. I was a weird kid though.
Yeah, no. If you're talking about really
you also
little kids,
spell your name in all caps. So, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, I do understand what you're saying. Jen, what were you saying? Were you saying something also in that same vein?
if you're talking about really little kids, like I don't know that they make the distinction like that.
They might not, right? But really little kids aren't also watching these interviews either. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, unless you're a parent that goes, "Oh, this is Barney related. Hey, look at this."
Who does that? Are there parents that really do that? Man, this is Barney related. Look at this interview. You might like the people here. Like
shatters their world.
Shatters
their Barney's world.
Omina Kev says, "Howdy, folks. Hey, I'm glad that you're here, Omina Kev. Are you creating a bunch of new Facebook profiles, or is like spamming friend requests to people, or are people like creating fake profiles of you and then spamming friend requests of people? Come to the front of the congregation. We would like to know."
Testify.
Because I mean, there's some people that they're like, I don't know if this is like the actual person or if it's like who knows.
Okay.
So Tim Dever was the voice of Barney at the time. Was going to voice him in season 7, but family emergency happened, which caused him to step back. That is. Yes, that is true.
That's the working
we were
theory.
going to talk about
anyway.
that.
Yeah,
that's the working theory. Yeah, that's what we all understand it to be, but that doesn't mean that necessarily.
There's also a theory that somebody else was supposed to be in the costume before Carrie.
Yep.
No.
Was there?
What? Who?
Antoine Steele.
There are rumors about that. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I see.
Is that why he did like
Pajama Party?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I guess they wanted someone more experienced.
Yeah.
I do. It's so funny because
Don't be mean.
Antoine Steele live is amazing. He's so good, but in Pajama Party, he's terrible.
What else did Antoine Steele do besides Pajama Party?
The 2000 Macy's Parade, Musical Castle,
actual videos,
Musical Castle, Birthday Bash,
like actual videos that we could see him in.
Oh,
Musical Castle, Pajama Party, and the Macy's Parade.
But I thought Musical Castle was Carrie.
No, it was two.
No, it's a live show.
I know there was two of them, but were they both like in that video? Can you see?
Yes,
you can tell. You can tell which one is
Antoine
which.
is at the beginning of each act in the video.
You can tell which one is which. He moves his mouth like with every
like very wide
word instead of every syllable.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's very forceful with the bite bar, so you can kind of see the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've noticed that. I've always thought it was Carrie. I don't know why.
There's a weird video switch because like most of the curtain is him, but then right before they open the curtain, it switches to a different take with Carrie. So
interesting.
There's some weird stuff going on in the editing, but yeah, you get to see him at least. I know he's at the beginning of each act. I don't know. I think the rest of it is Carrie.
Okay. Well, yeah, he would have been pretty good.
I haven't seen it in a while.
I had only asked that because in Pajama Party he was very. I mean, he didn't really do much in Pajama Party, but I mean, it was also a clip show. There was only very small bits that he did.
Right.
Because I was going to say I've never seen him besides like maybe the parade, like him portray Barney. But I didn't know the beginnings of those scenes or those acts were.
Oh, there's an interview that I think is him too. That was promoting Musical Castle. You can find on YouTube and stuff.
Okay.
While we're speaking about it,
you're talking about.
When I was growing up, I was always confused why he came out of that castle. It wasn't until like several years ago that I learned about the original opening that they just cut out of the video.
Original opening? What do you mean by
the sandbox?
Like the actual intro to the show versus what we saw in the video recording.
Right.
With Barney and the toy in the sandbox and
the toy in the sandbox.
The sandcastle out.
Right.
Yeah. Was Antoine still in Birthday Bash too?
Yes, yeah. Yes, he was.
He was the main actor.
So he was the Barney that when they came to Omaha that year, he was the one in Barney for that.
After the Barney tour wrapped, he went to work for Sesame Street live. Okay. And that was the same company that did Birthday Bash. So he just kind of hopped over to Birthday Bash, yeah.
Is that a
Yeah.
commonality with the actors now? They leave Barney, go to Sesame Street, then
Go to-
Disney, then back to Barney, and then a little bit of bodybuilder, then to Barney again.
Well, Bob the Builder is at least the same company.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, is that the end of your news, Caitlin?
Yeah. I mean, we had a short
was-
earlier today.
There was no. You've heard it here first. There was no news. Great. Let's see here. Let's see what some people are saying in the comments first. I want to kind of start season 7 when Hedge jumps in here, but it's not going to be for like another 15 minutes. I'm not going to just sit around and waste time for that. Oh, so that was Omina Kev. Just in case their main account got hacked or banned, they made extras to be proactive.
Well, you can't make extra if you're getting banned, dude. Like,
no, they're saying it was just in case. They didn't say they got banned.
Well, I know that.
Just
I'm
in
just
case
saying,
they get banned.
when you
Yeah,
get
they probably
banned,
just
that
ban
means-
all of them. Anyway,
What are you
Tim
doing?
didn't voice him in season 7. Dean Went did. We know this, April. That is not what the comment said. They were saying initially, and I'm going to talk about it too before we get started. But Tim was initially the one to take over, and then things happened. And Dean
Wait, can I? No, I
That's
can't.
what that was about.
I
Yeah,
yeah,
there was
grab a copy of Christmas Star and be like, look at this, but it's
I had a
There-
big shot.
there was a
what if Rick was introduced in the lyric era or the earlier hit era instead of later hit era?
okay.
I don't.
does
I
that
don't
mean
know.
what if Riff was introduced with better writing?
Yeah, that's what that means.
Right.
And they
that-
would have had a better introduction for him if he was introduced earlier. No one would have cared as much because, I mean, they were. If he was introduced in like the lyric era, it would not have been too far off from when BJ was introduced. So it wouldn't have been like this huge thing for one.
Right.
By the time they introduced him, they're like, "You've already been doing this for like over 10 years. Why did you add another one?" Kind of thing. But then
Right.
also by that point, you had a bunch of people who didn't know what they were doing, who was just writing a bunch of dumb stuff.
So, from what I understand, there was a like nationwide casting call. Like, if you want to be the next voice of Barney's, please send in your demo and audition and whatnot. And was he a ice skating instructor?
Tim?
Yeah, that's what I keep reading about.
I know. I don't know. I
What
barely
is-
know anything about that.
Or that's
guy.
apparently what Barney Wiki says. But
What is an what is an ice skating instructor? Like teaching someone to ice skate?
yeah, teaching. Yeah,
Oh,
like figure skating or just like
right.
okay.
oh, I don't
Yeah.
know.
So
I
and
didn't know that.
Caitlin
kinda
Dever, I think she was on one of the late night talk shows. She said that when he got it because he could do like really good impressions, and since he did a really like almost spot on Bob impression,
Mhm.
they gave it to him, and
He sounds like Bob's Barney with a cold.
he does.
Go
But,
ahead. finish.
No, that was it. It made things so awkward. Oh man.
Any way you celebrate, it's still a wonderful time of year.
Let me try to do it. Let me try. Feed me
Sound
a
like
line.
Kermit.
Give me a line.
Well, any way you celebrate, it's still a wonderful time of year.
Okay, so I've started.
gotta
Well,
go lower.
any way you celebrate, it's still a wonderful time of year.
I love the holidays.
I love the holidays.
I love
Yeah, that wasn't
the
bad.
holidays.
Holidays, I do.
I would have loved Tim as the official voice. I keep hearing this, and Jen, do you know something about this? Isaiah says, "Did Tim ever record early episodes but got redubbed? You can hear his chuckle and all aboard."
You can hear his chuckle and all aboard. That is a theory. Jeff actually has asked that a few times in History Fans. No, but I don't think anyone answered. But yeah, he does. In the first 3 episodes, he does sound a bit different. So people have wondered, did he do those and then he had to leave? And then I don't.
There's some real like distinctively weird things going on with the timeline of this because
Mhm.
in other interviews and like Purple Tales and Purple Rose and whatnot, Dean actually auditioned while Tim was the voice. So I guess he was like, "Hey, listen, I can't
Yeah.
do this anymore. I can do a couple more things, but after that, I'm done." And so they brought him in while he was. I guess he had been living in Texas because I guess Radio Disney had their own station there. So
Dean was living in Texas?
Had to be because let's see. I know they had one in LA and in Florida. And Dallas is like one of the capitals of radio, so they most definitely probably had one.
Okay.
So yeah, you hear these like stories about how he auditioned and who's the musical director? Joe Phillips.
Joe Phillips.
Yeah, how he auditioned at his apartment and whatnot. So
the impression I get, because Dean has said like it took several years for them to get back to him. So what I think happened was he auditioned when Bob left in the casting call that recovered Tim. And then when Tim had to leave, and it sounds like that happened kind of in a rush, they were like, okay, who's the next best? And they plucked Dean out and said, hey, can you come and audition for Joe?
Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know.
Because I read his like what he did in his audition, that he did like a line or like maybe like a script or whatever, then a song with two other kids and then something else, and they're like, okay,
Isaiah, I believe his wife is still alive.
His wife is still alive.
Yeah, she beat it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But then again, I heard that apparently they auditioned someone else as well, someone called Ken Moskowitz.
I'm glad you remembered the name. I was trying to find that person. Their story does sound credible, and their Barney voice is wretched. So
it's absolutely horrible.
It's horrible.
So just consider that was the other runner-up. So they clearly didn't have a lot to work with.
Says here, Radio Disney.
That's what I was wondering. Like, I mean, I get what everybody's like feelings are today of like Duncan, but why? What happened with him? Because he was there.
He was doing live streams during the height of COVID, at the beginning of COVID, I should say, where he was answering people's questions, and he says they just stopped calling him after the year 2000. So it seems to me. So it seems to me like they got pretty comfortable with Tim. The other thing is he was also Chuck E. Cheese. Right. I believe by then he was doing stuff with Funimation, so he had other commitments. So they probably just thought, okay, we and you know they were auditioning people when Bob was gearing up to go, because they went right from 6, the PBS episodes from 6, right into another batch of videos. So they were auditioning people when Bob left. So I don't think it was really ever on the table that they were just going to give it to Duncan. And then once Tim was there for a while, they sort of thought, okay, we're comfortable with Tim. We don't really need this other guy anymore. It just kind of makes it confusing. And then, unfortunate circumstance, Tim has to leave, and they're like, oh, fuck, we got to find someone else.
Yeah.
Someone in the comments.
Go through those old CDs.
Instead of that, what David Franks. That's one thing that I'm always upset with Bob about, because you've heard Bob say like all the voices that they used to do Barney for different things, like he helped them choose those people. Mm-hmm. And it's like, what the hell did you hear in David Franks that you said he would be a great person that should be Barney's voice? They
had a relationship.
He's so excited about it on like Wheel of Fortune. It's like, bro, this is a terrible voice.
Oh,
boys and girls.
Somebody in the comments said the Radio Disney headquarters was also based in Dallas, so he had to been living there.
Sure.
All right.
Cool. Are you a real television station, or are you just naming your YouTube that?
KMH Television.
I'd like to have a word with you. Caitlin Dever said her parents were indeed figure skaters. Cool.
That's cool. Okay. Both of them were.
You guys don't think that Ken guy would have been a good Barney?
Hi, boys and girls.
Oh, man.
I mean, if we're pretending like Jonathan Langdon isn't the worst thing that could possibly happen, why not?
No. Ken's voice was absolutely worse.
No, Ken was terrible.
They got Jonathan because they wanted a different.
I don't know if that's true.
Do you really think so?
I don't know if that's true either. I think.
Do you really think?
I think they wanted a season 1, season 2 sounding Barney voice.
I think they were just auditioning their people, and he was the closest. I don't think they did a far-reaching casting call, because I'm sorry, it's not great.
Canadian character actor. Is he famous up there, Jen?
Well, he's done other like Disney stuff.
He's done many things. He's done like
yeah, he's a union
Disney
guy.
and stuff. Yeah,
He's an Elvana union guy. Like he's in that circle. They're not.
Gotcha.
I don't think they were reaching far beyond.
So they're like, you.
Yeah.
Want to be Barney?
Hey,
okay.
you there. KMH
Just
tells it and
saying.
says, I know everything about Radio Disney. I'm an expert. Kaylin
Oh,
believes he's
good.
an expert too, so you guys can show down and see who actually knows much.
Oh no.
I actually don't know much about it. I know it was an AM station for the longest until they transitioned to a satellite.
I just need him to sing better. Yes, Jonathan could sing better, but Hedge has said this, and I agree. I'm glad to hear Barney singing again, though. Like the talk singing thing that Dean did for so long got old after a while. So it's nice to at least hear him singing. It may not be the
No
best.
matter who you are, one thing's for sure. Ugh.
I'm just glad he didn't talk singing I Love You. That would have been terrible.
Oh, that would have. Oh, god awful. We're a happy family.
Let's see here. What do you mean they're people? Oh, did Jen do that again?
Did I? Ever since okay. Can I defend myself for a second, please? Please.
No.
Please.
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Okay, I was doing that. I had prepared that Miss Rachel History Fans bit. My internet was kind of lagging. I completely missed you guys doing that when I watched. And ever since that stream, I've caught myself saying that, and I'm like, oh damn it! I got to train myself next time I'm on. I have to.
I showed my little niece a clip of Barney's World today, and she loved it. She asked me if we could watch more. Barney must still have the spark. This show will work for kids. I think it's dependent upon if the parents who grew up with Barney will turn it on or allow them to see it. If they come across it themselves, I think it'll work because it's just as basic as the rest of these children's shows are today. My kids like it. The kids at my grandma's daycare likes it.
Again, it's just something that we have to, just kind of live with, or just embrace it. We got into an argument with a random stranger yesterday, who basically like
no. We did not get into. Kaylin got into an argument with a random lady from Canada.
No, she didn't respond to any. She didn't respond to any of my comments.
She didn't respond to mine either. And all I said was, "Why didn't you audition? Like, if you hate it so much, you're in Canada. You should have auditioned." But go ahead. You could share your story. Kaylin was really upset yesterday.
Was it? Wait.
I just had enough.
It was on the Barney Instagram page.
Some context?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the lady, when they posted the video of the behind the scenes with the actors,
yeah,
some lady was like begging them to like cancel this. She was like, "You still have time. Nobody wants to see the shit but you." I'm like, it was a bunch of other comments from random people, like kind of defending this, like saying, "Dude, your Barney days were well over like 30 to 20 years ago."
It was
go.
Very strange too, because that's been the thing, the consensus. Like the comments have been, "What did you do to Barney? Why is his name Billy? What's going on with the boy?" Right? But like yesterday, for some reason, and I don't know if it's because they started like posting the faces of the people. I don't know. Yesterday, their comments changed to a lot more people being like,
I kind of wonder if that's why they did this. Because did you notice they stopped uploading videos to TikTok and Instagram for a while because the comments were just like, "What are you doing?"
Oh yeah.
But this humanizes the production a little bit. I think that might have been. I don't know if maybe they had this ready to go already. I don't know, but but this might have been a response to that.
It was one of those guys. These are real people doing like actual work.
Sure.
We put a lot of like hard work and effort into this production. Calm down. This is going to be okay. The world's not going to end.
We've decided that my nephew Lucas is going to watch the original Backyard Gang and some of the other stuff that my brother and I grew up with before we show him Barney's World. You had a 15-year head start. What have you been waiting on? That's all. I mean, my kids love my daughter is. I keep saying it like in podcasts. She's still obsessed with Backyard Gang Barney, which is the strangest thing because she's only 3.
Okay.
So she only wants to watch that. She'll watch the other ones too, but she loves that. Go ahead.
Is the grandmother character public information? I don't know if is she in anything that's been. Okay.
Not yet, but she's going to be in a. She'll be in one of the that comes out next week.
Okay, I'm going to drop that comment then.
For a while, I was like, who are you talking about, Grim? I was like, oh, okay.
Going back real quick, Isaiah said Caitlin Dever's mom did pass away, unfortunately. But I don't know how recent that was.
Was that recently though?
I think back when Tim left, though.
Let me look. I'm gonna.
I'll talk to Caitlin's Instagram. Should there be a potty training episode of Barney? No.
That's
I'm not against that at all.
Maybe a book,
but they are definitely going for an older demo, or not older necessarily, but a broader demographic, which I think is wrong, but it is what it is. So yeah, they wouldn't want to do anything that would restrict it to a very narrow.
You gotta wear boxes
under classic Barney. I think that's a great idea.
Could it work though for a TV episode? How would you?
Right, because you have characters who can't.
You wouldn't literally show Baby Pop on the toilet or something, but
I know.
Right.
So
it would be about the social asking where to find the bathroom. Make sure you wash your hands after. It would they could talk about the steps and things.
Well, then put a proposal in.
Bear in the Big Blue House did.
Well,
yeah. Are you interested in that?
Because I do it. I don't care. I have.
No, I've seen it.
I literally have a 1-year-old who needs potty trained. Let's do it.
I might have something for you then.
All right. Well, let's do it.
Okay. Let me. I just looked
at
up
Barney. Thank you.
Somebody said disgusting.
For offering that. Okay, real fast. I have to highlight.
Oh no! Oh yeah, she died in February.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a shame.
Condolences.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh no!
Like this year or?
Yeah, this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, she did a great fight though.
Yeah. Let me.
I mean, for how? Yeah.
His mother's passing for breast cancer.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, Brent.
Well, thank you for letting us know, Isaiah.
All people who fight cancer are amazing in my book. But I had a principal. She was my middle school principal. Then she went to my high school and was my high school principal as well.
Mm-hmm.
Who passed away just this year, also from breast cancer. But she was battling it for like 20 years. So like, they put in they showed strength for sure.
Yeah.
Condolences. I have to show this real fast because I did time her out. April says, "Stop timing me out. I'm truthful. You can't time me out for being truthful. Illegal."
Illegal.
But what I'm going to start doing is if you're posting too many comments back to back, or if you're being rude to other people just because you have a different opinion, I'm going to time you out for like 2 minutes. So you just have to kind of deal with it. And then we don't have like a flood of one person's meltdown in the comments where it's harder to see other people. Let's see here.
Somebody asked, "What did Ken's Barney sound like?" There's a vid. He did an interview, right?
I don't think was it an interview or did he post to like a social media page?
Sorry.
I think he posted it.
This is the person. This was the other runner-up to do around this time, right? Okay.
Well, runner-up. He auditioned.
Sure. Yeah. Whatever. It sounds accurate. It sounds like the details are there. So.
Right.
I don't know. I was going to say, I don't know why you would make that up, but there was that one random person on Facebook who was like, "I'm the original Barney," and he sounded like this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know that one. I know that one from like 8 years ago.
Had like nothing to do with the production at all.
It's so funny
because literally one Google search would.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny though because he posted that in 2016, and Bob I think got his Facebook page like maybe 2 or 3 years later. And he started like doing interviews and stuff.
Bob was like, "All right, I'm done with this shit."
Yeah.
That was actually around the time they started revealing themselves. Well, David Joyner.
Oh, well,
like what, 2013?
Bob used to talk to fans back in the day too. I don't know if you remember, Kerron, but he was pretty active on Facebook for a little while. Then he disappeared, and then he came back around Purple Road's time.
Yeah,
but I am a Barney elder, so.
and you're younger than me, Jen. Barney elder who's younger than me.
Yeah, but I stuck with it. Unlike you, had normal interests. I amassed this.
Normal.
Awesome. All right, guys. Should we? Because I forgot. Also, Emmy has to leave early at some point, so we probably should move forward so that we can at least get her nomination in.
Oh, okay.
Since we're in like a,
Go for me.
we're starting to go to like the what, Kaylin?
I have a
I'm
concept.
kidding.
Of a
Do not
plan.
vote for that man.
I have a concept of a plan.
Get back over there. Stay in your place. Who are you looking at, Kaylin?
You.
Who?
Stop doing that.
Caleb's doing an Usher impression.
The Brady Bunch.
That's great. I love that you called back to that, Amy. That was awesome. Did we start yet, or am I late? Well, you're right on time.
Yeah, we're just now screwing the pooch.
Amazing comment. It's an hour in. Did we start yet? No. You were right to be late.
That's CP time.
Oh dear.
Let's see what. What else are we saying here?
We'll get there when we get there.
We'll get there when we get there.
Let's see. Is Hedge still coming? Hedge will be here. Yes. He got up work at the same time we had to start the stream. So once he gets home and safe and all that stuff, he'll jump on. Let's see here. AJ says, also, can I ask you for something? The I Love You song version from Barney and Friends season 7 and 8 starting to get overused in the later seasons. The music and vocals changed. Yes, absolutely. When they first debuted it, those first 2 seasons, it was fine. It was a nice, fresh new sound, but it definitely got old after a while.
I don't know why they never redid it.
Is y'all finished or is y'all done?
You know what? With every era, they always go ahead.
I was going to say, I was on a podcast with Hedge 2 days ago, I think, and we were talking music about Barney. And I want to talk to Joe Phillips because my wonder is, was it Joe Phillips' choice to just not ever refresh it after, like, once he got into those later years? Or did those creatives who weren't creatives also get in the way of that and just tell him, not just keep that, we don't need a new one?
It could have also been a budgetary thing.
Yeah.
Because Fred Holmes talks all the time about how they were slashing the budgets to like the absolute bare minimum.
Yeah.
So,
well, also like,
love to hear what his ideas would have been if he could.
It's fascinating because with every era, there's a new version of the song. So like the Lions era, there was like 2. With Lyric, we had, when Joe Phillips came on, he did his thing, and then we have this one. Obviously, Barney's Wood, that's a totally different song. But yeah, I guess they like with each era there was a different setting too. So I guess if they were to change the setting, they could have changed the song.
Don't lump like season 7 in with like the riff stuff.
Yeah, no. If you're gonna lump those, you have to put them with.
I hate when people are like the Park era, the Hit era. That's half of the series, and there's so much evolution among that. I don't mean to call you out. That's just a pet peeve of mine.
No, you're good.
Well,
also, there's like 1 billion episodes in between this, and then we don't talk about season 13.
There is no season 14.
Yeah, that was just a glorified clip show.
Stupid jokes. The music videos are okay, but they should have just thrown those to YouTube like Mattel does.
Celebration Park, that would have been a great little setting for them if they kind of veered into the live action direction.
You know what I told myself in my head, guys?
Wait, what?
Celebration Park. You would know this. In season 13, like the Jungle Friends, they were like, we're building a new playground, and they decided to put it on the other side of the.
Oh, yo.
When that intro came out the next year, I was like, that must be the playground they built.
They actually did it.
They finally teared the tree down.
I was like, that's absolutely the new playground.
That was Jungle Friends was one of the first Barney DVDs that after I got like kind of back into it and started buying them again. That was one of the first ones I bought new, and I remember them as soon as someone mentioned the new playground. I'm like, oh my god, finally!
Right? Yeah.
Finally
something new. Yeah.
I don't want to complain about the park on a season 7 stream because I love the park, but oh my god, it was overused.
Yeah.
For those who are unaware, Celebration Park is it's actually a beautiful looking park. in Allen, Texas.
Oh, is that where they shot the season 14 stuff?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
went
Yeah.
there when I was in Texas this year.
Cool.
Yeah.
I
It
didn't
is
know
a really
that.
nice. It's a really nice. It's actually really nice in person. Did you go there when you were there, Kaylin?
No, I really wanted to
Man,
go.
It's
I
so
went to
nice. Like
Yeah.
the playground's huge, but they have like 3 different lakes on in that same park area, and like
A splash
all kinds of,
pad.
like, it's so cool.
There's like a pavilion with a stage with like a giant tent. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to find the picture.
It sort of
so
looks
nice.
like the park in the news show, but not really. Okay.
I don't know if I would say that.
In
but,
that there's colorful playground equipment, I suppose.
yeah, because all of it's a different color.
And
Very colorful.
a giant weird looking bench
And
with
it's
a
in a
weirder
neighborhood.
looking tree.
Did you notice in the
He
new
can
short
descend
today
like
how they can
reverse
lift
Jesus.
those seats up?
They can.
Yeah, like Barney lifted. Oh no, you didn't see it because it's the short they'll probably put out next week that aired on Cartoon Network this morning. They were playing hide and seek, Barney and David, and they lift up the seats to look under it.
I was going to ask, has anybody like gotten up in the crack of dawn to actually watch it?
I DVR'd it.
No.
Okay, great.
There's no way I'm watching that shit at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Apparently, if any Canadians are out there, apparently Treehouse is airing the shorts too.
Yeah.
I haven't looked. I don't know if they're actually on the schedule, but
Oh.
yeah,
That Barney
that
dance
park
was
is
on.
gorgeous.
I don't know
What's
how
that?
accurate.
He
I don't
danced
know
right
how-
in front of those.
Was
And then I saw this sign. Look at this sign at their splash pad. This is their spray ground rules at their splash pad there. Use of the water feature when ill with diarrhea is prohibited.
Well, that's gross.
no shitting in the water.
Someone had to do
Accidents
that, but then they
happen.
had to make it a rule on the sign. You know what I mean? Like someone had to do it for them to go, you know what? We need to make this a rule.
Oh no.
I don't know how
Ricky.
accurate this is. Both
No,
of
it's accurate. I saw it.
Okay. Both of them just told me that the official name of the park in the new series is called Wonderland Park.
I thought it was Barney's World.
Oh, so it takes place in Australia.
Ah.
Yeah, see?
Doesn't he call it like
20 years ago.
Oh,
They follow some random rabbit down a tube.
or maybe it takes place in Vaughan, Canada's Wonderland.
and this
Yeah.
is the super duper park. I don't know.
Because Australia used to have a theme park called Wonderland, but it 20 years ago. It's Hedge.
What?
It's
What did you
Hedge's
do?
name
Are you
briefly, and now
walking?
not.
What are you doing?
Oh,
I'm like leaving
there you
work.
are.
Man, you could have jumped in when you got home.
Nah, man, I'm leaving work.
Don't
Go.
Don't scream and
Let's go.
drive.
Don't dox yourself.
Don't stream and drive.
Oh my!
We're gonna watch him go all the way home.
Now we know what the top of
Okay,
their car
Hedge.
looks like.
All right, Hedge. Now you give us your episode.
Oh, my episode?
Well,
Okay.
We haven't even talked about.
No, we haven't got there
yet.
yet. We haven't got there yet.
We haven't got there.
Okay.
He was literally about
Oh
to
my
say
goodness gracious!
Delicious.
A wild hedge appeared. All right. No, let's do it. Let's jump into season 7 here.
Yeah.
Since I'm treating this like a podcast a little bit more now, since we're on those podcast streams. I have like an explanation of like where we're at starting with this season and that kind of thing that I want to read off, and then we'll talk about it.
Mhm.
Not what I'm going to say, but talk about season 7 and then start getting into the voting for people who's in the stream on YouTube. The link is pinned at the top. You can click on it. You probably will only see something that says option 1 through 5 because we haven't given any names yet, but that link is live. So that's where you will find it when it's time to vote. Otherwise, let's move into talking about season 7. So season 7 of Barney and Friends, this marks a new era for this children's show as it celebrated its 10th anniversary, like on PBS.
Mhm.
This was like a couple years of a hiatus before this new season was produced. This is the first hit season to be produced. The first season produced under Hit Entertainment,
Mhm.
taking the franchise in a fresh direction. It was also the first season to move away from its traditional schoolyard setting with action now taking place in a park location. And then also there's been rumors, and I don't know if it started with one of the Purple Tales podcasts or something, and it's also on Barney Wiki, that Cheryl Leach came back and consulted on choosing the park as a place for them to reside.
Yes.
And she says she did not come back to consult with them on anything. So that's new information. But she said she never consulted with them about new locations or anything. She did talk to Karen Barnes and whoever the other lady.
Karen Barnes.
Yeah, Karen Barnes and whoever the other producer was. To give them some
Jocelyn Stevenson and Randy Dalton were the producers on this. Karen Barnes was way later. She talked to Karen Barnes?
She talked to Karen and she talked to Jocelyn Stevenson at some point to kind of bring them up to speed with things, but she was not involved in any decision-making things with the franchise.
Well, she did some PR for them. I know that.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought she. Oh, all right. That is new for me.
Yeah.
I swore I read that somewhere, but I guess not.
I thought it was on I thought somebody said it on a podcast or something in recent years or something like that. Because someone also thought or said that she did a video for Colorful World.
Steve White has talked about that.
He told me that it didn't happen. So I don't know. People are old and information,
there is okay, hold on.
Yes, they are. They are.
She absolutely did PR because there's in the I Love You, You Hate Me documentary, there is a clip of an interview that is from 2001.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I can find it real quick, there is a very famous publicity photo. Here it is. That was where you can see the caboose in the background. So she at least did some PR for them.
Did something, yeah.
I was almost certain she did consulting, but I guess not.
Yeah.
So, all right.
There's also some I don't know, their actual factoids or whatnot of the original plans of what they wanted the new setting to be, which kind of combined to what they eventually ended up going with, like an abandoned train station.
I heard that too. That's why I thought that was Cheryl's idea.
That's what
abandoned train station and
now I'm
a children's dinner.
I really gotta look. Drew, help!
That's
Drew,
what they
help!
said, but
give us links.
From what Cheryl said, that she didn't consult, but Drew does say that he saw the video in Colorful World, so that is a real thing.
I remember
Valley
Steve
was
talking...
the one who mentioned it on Purple Tales.
I remember Steve White commenting about the intermission video because it was some diary entry from back in the day, and he said Michael Anthony Steele was writing it, and the kind of idea of it was they were backstage and Barney was getting ready for the second act, and Steve's comment was, "You're breaking the illusion. They're supposed to be on an adventure around the world. They're not doing a concert right now."
That's funny.
I remember that.
That's hilarious. That is funny.
If Drew saw it in person, then I trust Drew.
Well, so with this season, it brought several significant changes to the show's production. Obviously, this was the first time none of the original creators were involved. Randy Dalton being appointed by HIT to be the show's producer for season 7. And then we saw longtime Barney and Friends writer Steve White stepping in as the official head writer.
He is credited on the first 7 episodes.
Right. Yeah.
And then, so I don't had trouble with the lawyers. I don't know when that all went down.
Yeah.
But at least at the very beginning of this season, he was head writer, and I think it shows. But we'll get there.
Yep.
And then he had the Barney Bible.
Yeah, he wrote the Barney Bible. Yeah,
he did. Which he couldn't find when I visited him in Texas. I was kind of sad because I wanted to see it myself. But I did see it somewhere else, like a month later.
Nice.
Barney also began breaking the fourth wall in this season, which was something that they started to show in the lyric era's later videos. Let's go to the zoo.
The Barney's house period,
that kind of stuff. Allowing the character to interact more directly with the audience. And then we have obviously the fresh faces that everyone always has to mention: Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato making their debuts on television with the new
and Hayden Tweedy. She's not famous though.
She's not. Season 7 also introduced new body actors for Barney and BJ, with Carrie Stenson and Kyle Nelson taking over the roles after having done them on tour for many years. Dean Went became the new official voice of Barney, replacing Tim Dever, who was initially set up to replace Bob West. But even with all these changes, season 7 and 8, I think, and I know Jen would agree, it still retained the heart of the show while embracing a new look, a new feel, new generation of people.
Absolutely.
What are you guys'? I mean, we know that there's things that we want to talk about and roast and that kind of thing. But what are things that, especially from like Emmy or Hedge or even you, Kaylin, who hadn't watched them before but had to watch them for this? Is there any things that you guys actually did enjoy that was surprising to you about this new set of videos? Yeah, go ahead, Kaylin. Get close.
Okay. I like the park setting. I mean, like going like if you watch back to back from 6 to here, you can feel the sort of like, oh, what is this? Like this is like we're way past, the treehouse and whatnot now. And throughout the entire season, you can see they're showing stuff, that we haven't, really toured, around the park yet. So they're showing us stuff while we're getting these episodes. There was a park tour promotion that they didn't really put out. I think it was only like on a DVD exclusive. If I'm not
that little short.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
I don't
think they put it on video.
It's on like I've been trying to find this DVD. The only DVD that I know has it in English is like a UK sampler DVD that came out a while after. I don't know what the purpose of this thing. I know it was dubbed into other languages. You can get it in German, I think, but I don't know what it was for.
Like,
but it's
for those who didn't watch that,
yeah,
watching these episodes in tandem, it was kind of cool seeing. Oh, okay, well, this is what they're using this for now. And,
they also did Barney Songs from the Park, which was how I saw it for the first time. That was a little bit later, but that's how I was introduced. January 2003 is when that came out.
I was introduced to it with Christmas Star.
Oh yeah, sure, Christmas Star.
Yeah. So
even though we couldn't see the whole park, but that's where that was the first thing I saw where they were in a new location.
Yeah.
I remember because it was like being sold in Walgreens, which was strange at the time because I never saw videos in Walgreens.
Come buy our drugs and videos.
It was there, and I remember going home and putting it in, and I saw the intro, and I was like, "What the hell happened?" Like,
I think I said songs. I got Christmas Star when that came out. I think I said Songs from the Park because that's where I heard Dean for the first time, and the park set was complete and it had all of the new elements. Yeah. Definitely Christmas Star though. Yeah, I remember taking that home and being like, "Ooh, this is new."
Yeah.
When they were filming Christmas Star, they only had the caboose, like the interior of the caboose, ready.
The way they shoot around, the interior is done. A little bit of the exterior is done. When they are like right outside the caboose, the shots are so tight and awkward.
You can tell.
It's like we are not.
And then
done
they
with
built
the
a whole
yet.
other area of the park at Color Dynamics, or not Color Dynamics, Las Colinas.
Las Colinas. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my first time seeing the setting. I didn't hear the voice until. I think it was like one of the last videos I was ever given. Read with me, dance with me, which are clearly two episodes. They just decided not to air, right?
Yeah.
So
I have theories about that.
Yeah, that was a very jarring experience because back then it was kind of like now. It was like, why does Barney sound like that?
Well, see, but Kaylin, is it true that you went away from Barney for a little bit and then came back to it?
Yeah, after 2007.
See,
I want to say.
Okay.
So I was aware of what's like the new thing at that time.
See, that's what I wonder though, because like for me, like I've always said, like in the podcast and stuff, I grew up in my grandma's daycare, so there was always a new young generation of kids watching Barney on PBS. So I never got I watched it literally from the beginning to the end. So I didn't have that jarring experience of like, why is the voice like that? I just thought it was the next evolution of Barney's voice. So like I never left and came back and was like, oh, this is a whole brand new thing. Like I was watching everything brand new. So I never had that experience where it was like, why does he sound like that?
How old was I when Songs from the Park? I think I was still 6. I remember getting it, hearing the voice for the first time and being like, oh, that's different. But then very quickly I was fine.
Yeah.
I think I heard the voice would have been one morning 20 plus years ago. I think I got up to watch like because Barney was on Channel 9. It was
Uh-huh.
on a commercial TV station. It wasn't on ABC, which was the equivalent to PBS.
Mhm.
So when I heard it for the first time, because I wasn't into Barney at the time, I was like,
Yeah.
why does he sound like that? You know, it's you know, and at the time I didn't have that personal connection to I didn't have that connection to Bob, but it was still quite jarring to hear voice, in my opinion, have those really flat nasal kind of intonations.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think I might have seen Selena and Demi as well, but I didn't recognize their names or know who they were until much later when they became teen idols. So
Yeah, nobody did. Yeah.
No one did. Yeah, but see, it's also weird too, because for me, and maybe it's just in my brain, like Bob's version of Barney with Musical Castle, that last thing he did, to me, his Barney voice sounded a little bit more high pitched than it had been before. So then hearing Dean with it being even a little bit higher of a pitch didn't seem like a big leap to me. And I didn't read credits and stuff back then. I was just like, all right, it's over. Let's put another one in. So like I never read names or knew that anyone changed until much later.
I think by the time I saw it, I was well aware that they were voice actors. So I think I was just like, oh, it's a new person doing it. Oh, interesting.
Today it reminds me of like today reminds me of like how you like Mario, for example. Like, you know, we hear Mario like throughout the games. I was like, okay, that's one person that distinctively doing the voice. Then when you go back and watch those old Mario cartoons, even the original Mario movie, when he has that Brooklyn accent, it's like that doesn't match this character at all.
Yeah.
But now
those predate the Mario voice you're thinking of.
Right.
Yeah.
Luigi, we gotta get to the mushroom
Luigi. You didn't make it.
Season 7
jumping spaghetti.
Rated. Let's see here. Season 7 Barnaby like turns to camera. What do you think of what we're doing right now? Stock footage of children intensifies.
Okay.
But it's not stock footage, right? It's actual footage that they filmed, correct? I feel like they actually went and filmed those things.
You want to get into this?
Yeah, sure.
I remember when, because this started with Barney's House. They did it for the first time on Barney's House. I was 4 when that came out. I loved when it cut to real kids. And in this season, I'm not talking about later in the life of Hit, when it was we have a stockpile of things and we're just going to use them over and over again. In season 7 and 8, it's really, really intentional. Everything that you see with real kids is shot for the specific show that you're watching.
Yeah.
It was something written in the script. It's not filler.
And it wasn't like a music video. It was put in between things. Like later on, they just got lazy and was like, let's just make this whole song.
We have a stockpile of them.
Yeah.
We're gonna
budget
actually
slash
singing the song
as very little as possible. We need to make good use of these.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's not the case here. Here, it's a really intentional thing.
This was around the era where a lot of preschool shows who were inspired by Barney were kind of doing this fourth wall breaking.
Yes.
Like Bear, Blue's Clues, Elmo had just been had just been introduced, but was still getting
Elmo's
like
World,
ground.
Elmo's World was going on though, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that started in '98. That was definitely in response to Barney. Absolutely.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right. Dora. Like, they were all
Hi, Brandon.
like there was this clear notion of like
Thank
our
you,
characters need to
Brandon.
look
I
dead
love
at
you.
the character. I mean, dead at the camera.
We've summoned Edge.
Sorry, Kerron.
Hi, Hedge.
I said.
I heard
Caitlin's like, it took me years. It took me years to.
What are you on here blabbering about?
Let me speak.
This is true right here, actually. I saw the park first, and round we go.
Oh my god, yeah!
I forgot
must have
that as
seen-
soon as
I
it
had
ended,
that.
It just popped over to Dean, and it was like, what?
I got that when it came out. I don't know why that.
Oh,
I had that
the
video.
end.
I don't know why I don't remember that at all as
Yeah.
part of watching it as a kid, but that was on there for sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so weird
Oh my
to
God,
transition
yeah.
from Barney's how he looked in season 6, and then right at the end you get everything's different. That you've got the park, you've got Dean, you've got Carrie, and it's like
Well, they released that they held that video so long. It was released like a week
Right
or two
before.
before season 7 started airing.
It's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's like a little postscript. By the way, Barney doesn't look like that anymore.
Riding
They're
a
like,
bike
hey,
is great.
this video is about bikes. We'll just give these new kid bikes, and that'll be the connection.
when
We have a
when get
bike
to the-
episode. Let's film this extra thing. We'll tack it on at the end.
When we get to the home videos, oh my god, it's going to be such a blast just talking about like all the home videos.
Are you
and
guys
stuff.
doing all of the PBS and then looping back to home videos?
I haven't decided yet. I kind of want to.
Mhm. How would you break
but
that up though?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I haven't thought that far ahead, but I think it would be fun to do.
Did we do Rock with Barney first?
No.
No.
Yeah,
Those are
because it's
videos, those are
wonderful
episodes.
and delightful and tremendous.
Those are episodes. We skip episode videos.
Where you apologize right now.
Musical.
Look at him. Look at this lad. Look at him. Look at that shirt.
Leave the earth.
That's
Look at him.
disgusting.
Hey
That's
kids,
right,
we sing the
Peter.
song we did in our concert.
Oh god.
Yeah, you want to talk about breaking the fourth wall?
All right.
Remember when we sold out that giant stadium, whatever?
Hedge,
Dallas, the Majestic. I don't know.
Hedge, what about you? Like pros for this season? Like truthfully, is there anything that like watching it that you enjoyed? Before we get into obviously picking apart the things that we didn't necessarily like in certain areas, but is there anything that you actually enjoyed with having not watched the season before?
Well, this season was actually really solid. The reason I can't say that I would find it on par with what Lyric was is because it leads to one of the cons that I had with the season. But like, it genuinely, like, I enjoyed what I saw. It didn't like wow me, but it did wow me in the sense of like I was expecting myself to not like it because that would have made it funnier to me. But it was pretty solid. One thing that threw me off, I didn't realize this was the season that started the automatic like BJ and Baby Bop the mouth thing. I thought that was later on. And I thought that was kind of cool. I thought it was cool for BJ.
It worked great for BJ.
Baby
Bop,
Bop
I don't know what happened, but it was terrible.
So
she was just doing the carry, and her lip was just barely like.
See, that's the thing, because BJ's mouth, at least it closes all the way at a certain point. Baby Bop's mouth was never meant to do that. So like when hers is doing it, you can barely even see it. And even then, it's like it doesn't even matter. Like even if they did that with Barney, I don't think it would have worked all that well. BJ's like the only one where you can actually see it and it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
So Jocelyn Stevenson, who was one of the executive producers, she had worked on a number of Henson things. Mop a Top Shop, if you've ever heard of that. The Hoobs, if you've ever heard of it.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, she had done Henson things before this, and so she thought, okay, the bobbing up and down spring jaw thing is a little archaic. Let's see if we can streamline this a little bit. Brandon, if you're still here, you're gonna have to help me with the name of the bike brake thing that you like hide in the hand and just squeeze on every syllable. What's that called? There is a name for it. I just call it the bike brake because that's essentially what it is. You just hide it in the hand and the actor goes like this on every syllable. And so that was one way.
Thing.
So both of them had that. And then they tried, okay, let's see if we can do a radio signal kind of thing where the jaw will move whenever the actor talks. And the problem with that, so the problem with the bike brake thing was it was awkward. And you can see it in like the way, particularly in the episode Play for Exercise, they do the gaggle giggle wiggle dance. And Baby Bop in particular is really kind of like one of her arms is like, she doesn't quite know what to do with it because while she's doing the like choreography flapping, she's also having to do this. So neither Kyle Nelson nor Jeff Ayers liked those very much. And so the problem with the radio signal thing, which I think that might have been more season 8. I don't actually remember when they officially reversed back, but the problem with that was they were picking up each other's signals. So Baby Bop's mouth would move when BJ talks, and BJ's mouth would move when Baby Bop talks. And so they finally decided, you know what, we're used to the spring thing. We're just going to keep doing that. So certainly by season 9, they just go completely back. but it looks good for at least for BJ. Hi, Hedge. What are you doing?
No, I'm just nothing.
I'm done. You can continue.
No, I was looking at Kerron and Kaylin. Just
you have to look at your chat. Look at the moderator's chat. Jen, you look at the writer's chat. If you can.
No, I was looking at it too. That's why I was.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Is this going to?
We all got thrown off a little bit. Drew says it was similar issue to what happened with Birthday Bash, though it was more jarring on Barney. Oh, that's interesting.
They did it, yeah. So that bike break thing, they actually did it again on Birthday Bash with Barney.
Yeah,
because they built those V built suits, and then Hit was like, "What the fuck is this?" And so you cannot. And so that they rushed them a Barney that still had their mechanisms, but the problem is Barney's hands are giant. And then it doesn't work anyway because his jaw is so huge.
But was it
so
that made them
did not work?
But was it
not work?
That made them reverse it? Because you have to think if they're putting their thing on tour, they would have seen what costumes they created. I think
as I understand, because
all the parents get like really pissed off about it.
It's ugly.
Yeah, if you look at like Ticketmaster and if you can find Barney on Ticketmaster still, all of the reviews are like, what is this suit? I can get a better suit on eBay. But yeah, Hit apparently was really disappointed with that's why pretty early on in the tour, I think it's only the first couple stops where they actually let their Barney on TV. They rushed them a regular Hit studio Barney. Be like, okay, when you go on television and when you do the meet and greets where people take photos, you have to use this one because this one is not presentable. And so I guess they rushed them the one that had, or the two, I guess, that had the V mech, but as I say, it did not work on Barney at all because his jaw is way too big.
That Barney on daytime news was like, what happened? He's just like standing there and just like the ugliest looking face. It's like, how did that get drawn, conceptualized?
Oh yeah, it's wretched.
Made and then just put out. Like what? Ew.
Yeah. To be for real, the second V costume wasn't that bad. The first one, on the other hand, look.
Oh my god! Look, Kerron, you can't distract me like this. Okay.
Right?
Sorry. I'm not looking at that right now. That's not happening right now.
If they were like costumes that were like created for like us, like the kind that we would buy for like our birthday party kind of thing, they're not bad costumes. But when they're supposed to be the official like suit on an official tour, that's where you're like, man, what the hell? What is happening?
I paid like $40 a ticket to be here. Why does he look like that?
Yeah. It was like until May 2011. In the meantime, V rebuilt their Barney to look more like But
they did tweet when it went on Christmas break in 2010. They tweaked the costume. Yeah,
for sure.
I think it was even a little sooner than May. I think it was like April or March or something.
Something like that.
Because I remember I was following that tour pretty closely while it was happening.
Yep. All right, let's do it. Emmy, you're up first since you might have to jump off soon. What is your vote for the worst season 7 episode, and why can we debate with you about the wrong choice that you're making?
It's already been an hour now.
So my I had a lot of trouble choosing an episode that I didn't like because they were all really solid episodes, and I actually really liked the.
No, hold on. Say that again. and then, I want you to say also what you said again.
I thought they were all really, really solid episodes. I thought they were.
Yeah.
How about me?
See?
I forgive you, and I love you.
Thanks, Dean. Bonnie.
Thanks, Dean. Thanks, Jimmy Dean.
Thanks, Dean.
Creator of Jimmy Dean Breakfast.
Jimmy Dean chicken sausage.
Our germ morning off with a great grand Jimmy Dean.
So I was actually like super stretched for what I thought was my least favorite. But if I had to choose a least favorite, then it would be "Come Blow Your Horn," and yeah,
Come blow your horn.
Yes.
I heard because a trumpet has a circle in it.
And I was like, what episode was that?
That's right. So those Mr. Boyd allegations, huh?
Oh my God. Why that one, Jimmy? What's your choice for that one?
I was really struggling. I just there was something about it that kind of seemed slower than the other episodes, and also there's a British man with frosted hair, and that was.
You know what? I was not on board, but fair enough. That hair is a tragedy.
I was really stretched. I'm just like, these are really good episodes. That the set looks really good. The music is decent. The performance is, Carrie, bless him, bless his heart. But he could use some work. They have like animals and stuff. But I don't know. I had so much trouble. So yeah, mine had to be for a really silly reason. British man with frosted hair.
Man with frosted hair.
Wow, come
I gotta,
your horn.
Now that you say that, I have to revise my ranking. 1 second. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god, Jan!
I have to pull up my because I have notes actually. I have it at number 5, so apparently I like that one better than you did. But.
I feel so sorry for Carrie though, because he has to carry that giant tuba, and his only sight is through the mouth, and he has to pretend like he's playing the tuba.
So Joyner did it.
So
I feel sorry for him too.
So
and he actually moved the mouth.
You want to take credit? You fucking
actually. I feel sorry for Voss more, because when in the Campfire sing-along movie, they're making him always eat stuff, and his only line of vision is in the esophagus.
They shove the giant s'more in his face.
This man is in a 100-something pound costume, 100 million degrees, and carrying this huge tuba. And Kerron says, "So."
I mean, we've seen it before.
Okay.
You think we're gonna go on Purple Roads again, or what?
Probably not. I don't know on there anymore. He won't even come to my podcast, so probably not.
Oh, Kerron, I heard you were talking about my friend Carrie.
Oh, nice.
Okay. I really like that episode because, I mean, even though it was the season was in a whole new place, I always liked when they would go other places. So building the castle set and stuff.
Yeah.
Is one reason why it's high. One reason why it's high on my list. I just think it's a really nice episode too, though.
Castle's high.
Up to this guy. I know that I would love to.
We all are.
We all are.
Cool. All right. Come blow your horn. Awesome.
Come blow your horn! Exclamation point.
Usually we have the guests go first, but since Emmy will have to jump off at some point, we have to go first. So Jen, it's up. You're next.
Okay. I just want to say, so I did what I did last time I was here, while I was watching them, to avoid having multiple ones to pick through. I just made a ranking as I was watching through these. And it was really hard to rank these episodes because the quality, I would say even more than, this might be controversial, I would say even more than the Lyric era PBS shows. The quality is really, really consistent on these.
Yeah.
So figuring out a ranking, it was just, okay, this one has a filler, kind of a filler song. I guess I'll put that lower. But all of them, it was really hard to find any reason to rank one above the other. I will say just a couple things about season 7 that I really, really appreciate and why I love this season, this and 8 so much. The park set is now, it was used way longer than it should have been, but it's new here, so I'll treat it like that. The park set is really, really well designed because you have to. Yes. They went through as they moved from color dynamics. You're shooting one side is here and the other side is back here. The design of the playground reflected that. It was just kind of a thing in the center, and then it was just kind of a big open area. When they moved to bigger studios, they never really updated the design of the set. So it just kind of looks empty. Mm-hmm. The park, even though it is a smaller area than Las Colinas, looks massive.
Every single part of it.
Yes. And they made little areas, little islands that they can go to. So there's a play set over here. There's a gazebo over here. There's a duck pond back there. There's a tool shed over here. There's different places they can go. It just makes it feel bigger. So I really, really appreciate that. Also, we mentioned Steve White was a head writer, at least for a little bit. Mm-hmm. Except for the episode Terrific Manners, all of the writers were and the colors one, which was done by Jocelyn Stevenson, which props because she was the new executive producer. Yeah. She was willing to write one, and it's a good episode. So she understood the assignment, unlike other people.
Kerron.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are going to have fun later. The writers were all people who had been doing it and had been doing it well. And so that really helps it. Also, I believe Mary Ann Dudko got a larger role on this season.
Oh.
She had a more chief role in choosing the themes, and you can really see that. There are some themes in the lyric ones that I think, particularly in season 4, where I think, okay, we're kind of running out of things. In the search to in an attempt to find new themes, they go to things that are maybe a bit past a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old. And
I'm going to ignore that, by the way.
little like telling time, the tradition theme might be a bit above. There are new themes in season 7 and 8.
Yes,
but all of them are perfect for this very specific age group that until now Barney was very hyper specifically for. So I really appreciate that. So when it comes to ranking and choosing one as the worst, the one that ended up, and I took notes on all of them if I saw something that I was a little unsure about, which was very rare for this particular bunch, even more rare than in season 3 actually. I took notes. The one that got the most notes and therefore ended up at the bottom of my list is actually the premiere episode, All Aboard. Here are my 3 notes. And this is just to demonstrate how nitpicky we're getting. Mm-hmm. Note number 1, inadequate labeling. As Barney talks about the caboose on a toy train, the shot focuses on him instead of the object. During Wave the Flag song, colors are mentioned in the lyrics, but the flag colors are obstructed.
Okay.
Think of how hyper... Okay, note number 2, pronouns. Barney uses he, him pronouns when talking about the role of a conductor, even though the kid playing that role is a girl. And spray bottle. Kid uses kid sprays other kid with spray bottle, not made clear that it's only water, not the best thing to emulate. This is the amount of nitpicking I have to do to pick one at the bottom. But it's all aboard. There is not a bad episode in this season.
Jen, those are all super valid. I would have also added that the Barney doll in All Aboard is different from the one that's used from like episode 2 onwards.
It's the one from season 6.
It's the one from season 6, yeah. So there's an inconsistency there.
Which makes me feel like maybe that episode was filmed with Tim Dever first then, because if you think Christmas Star also had the season 6 doll.
Yeah, it did.
Maybe they weren't finished like trying to build the one that's specific.
Right, I know, but I'm just saying that episode also had the season. But also at the end of that episode, was it still the season 6 doll or was it the season 7 doll at the end of All Aboard? I thought it switched.
It's the same. It's the season 6.
Is it season 6?
Yeah.
And then there's a weird other one in I think Manners, and maybe Up, Down, and Around. There's like this weird other one, and then it settles.
I really like that one though. It looked more like the costume at the time.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about the dolls, but
All Aboard is an all right choice. Yeah. Okay.
That's a level of nitpicking.
I have no argument for it.
It's not a bad episode whatsoever.
Yeah.
But
really
solid.
Malachi goes. I know that's right, Jen. Walk us through.
All right.
You have to get me and Malachi on one of the Rift seasons so that we can fight.
Oh yeah, we go head to head. All Aboard was cute.
Fight,
Like
fight,
the way
kiss,
Barney was
kiss,
hyping
kiss.
Cammy up the whole time was so sweet. He's like her cheerleader and so wholesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
it's a really sweet episode.
Yeah, it is. Look, I gotta go. But it
All
was
right,
fun
see you
meeting
later.
guys. I'll catch
Bye.
up with the stream replay later. Bye.
Okay, bye.
I took your thing, Hedge.
You gonna stop making fun of my.
I wasn't making fun of it. I like it. Barney, you sexist son of a. All right.
Well, he's woke now, so
okay. I'm gonna choose mine.
Apparently,
I'm gonna
people
give
have
mine.
said.
Mine, I had trouble with, and
Yes.
this is what I don't think. Again, I'm with you, Jen, that I don't think there's a bad episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to be really nitpicky too, and it was almost going to be Puppy Love, for the simple fact that Maurice Scott made an appearance.
Did he really?
Oh, here
And,
we
like
go.
he
No, it was Maurice Davis.
as Barney. What a baseball day! And that was going to be the choice because he looks like. Have you guys ever noticed he looks like an off-brand David Joyner? Did we talk about this before?
Yes.
Oh,
He
jeez.
does.
Have you noticed that, Jim?
I'm gonna not comment on that. I'm just gonna.
Why?
say-
Because they all look the same to you, or what?
What do you mean, you people?
You people think.
Look at him. Tell me that's
He
not
does.
David Joyner light.
Dark skinned
Like,
David Joyner.
He looks
Great-
like. Never
Great
mind. I'm not
value,
gonna-
David Joyner.
He looks. I'm not gonna say it. I'll put it in our chat.
Yeah, real quiet.
I'm gonna type it in the chat.
I'm getting distracted.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know who these folks is.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, my choice. My choice is It's a Happy Day.
Oh no!
And
Why?
I think it's a fine message. It's done much better than they did with What a Day or whatever it was called in season
Oh, what a
1.
day!
Oh, what a
Is
day.
it because
was
Barney
much better
laughs his
than
ass
that.
off when what's her name falls?
It was
he
much.
does- no,
He
doesn't.
laughs at her. Yes,
No,
he does.
doesn't.
It's a worse place for Barney to giggle when he goes,
doesn't.
"Oh, Beth fell down."
No, he
Like this-
doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
All right.
No, he does.
No,
he
he
does.
doesn't.
Yes, he
He
does.
does.
No, he
All right.
does.
He
He
does.
makes a little guttural noise, but
He
it's
laughs.
No,
not.
he giggles.
It
No,
He
he
does his little
giggles.
giggle thing.
It's okay. All right.
He turns
Okay.
around and goes,
I was.
"Oh,
I've-
you fell down."
There's only one place to find any Barney content, and
I-
it's on our friend Barney's YouTube channel.
I've heard this before. I was listening for it on this. He makes the. Oh,
You didn't listen
no.
enough.
But that's just him. That's just how he did the voice. He's not giggling. He's just making like, oh no.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's the worst place for him to do like the Barney chuckle thing.
Well, maybe he should have just kept his
What-
mouth
do,
shut.
do you prefer the? Do you
Maybe he
prefer when
just
it
shouldn't
became
talk.
later on?
Hold on.
Hello,
Maybe
Noah.
he should just
How are
shut
you
up.
today? Oh, I'm
Hello,
sorry you
Kerron.
got audited, baby
How are
Bob.
you doing
But you
today?
really should have.
What is and silly girl, you've been in this park too long for you to trip over a rock. Anyway,
Silly girl.
I'm sorry, or whatever
My
you
goodness
identify as.
gracious.
Silly kid, you've been in this park too long.
That's not what I was going for, but okay.
Are you coming back?
I'm gonna trip over this rock first.
Okay, I like how you're on the VHS.
Listen,
Oh no, Beth! Oh, you fell down. Oh
Oh.
Oh no! He said, "Oh no!" He did not chuckle. He said, "Oh no!"
You fell down.
Oh
no.
no!
Jen, he laughed.
Oh no!
He
did not laugh.
That's not why I chose it.
All right.
I chose it because I hate the Three Little Kittens song. 3 little kittens, they lost their mittens and they began to... I don't like that song.
Why?
I don't know. It's just not one of my favorites. It's never been... Like, I always gotten bored with that song, even as a kid. So that's why I had to choose it. There's no bad episode. Like, that episode is okay. I had to resort to that. Jen, you resorted to the fact that he mentioned something and it still showed him on screen. I can choose that the song is terrible.
I'm going to write that down so I don't accidentally put that in something.
What? Oh, 3 Little Kittens? Oh, yeah, I would tell you not to do it anyway.
3 Little Kittens, no.
Like, dude, I don't know. I've always
that song's
hated that
about.
song. I hate that song, and I hate that the song about there was a little princess, a princess. Long ago. Like, shut up. Like, just tell the story.
Shut up, it's insane.
But I do love that they did a much better version of It's Okay to Cry in this versus what it was initially.
Gender roles were established. Gender roles were established long ago.
We're forcing boys to kiss girls, to kiss girls. But yeah, that's
kiss BJ.
Yeah.
Solid.
Okay. All right.
That was so.
Everything
was so dramatic.
Everything was about Beth too. Like, this was about Beth. Her fucking grandparents lost the star, so they had to go on an adventure for that.
Oh, jeez.
No, it's okay. I like that. I'm just
Who was the kid you were picking on in one of the early seasons? Was it Tina?
I was picking. Well, yes. And it's just because like they kept making it seem like she was still the baby, and everything was about her all the time. Oh, I have a bad day. So what? Oh, I lost my kitten. Who cares? You don't even
like 7 or 8 years old by that point.
Like,
I lost my kitten. Who cares?
Yeah, whatever.
All right. Well,
and it bothered me because I don't know if the kitten. I can't remember if they said it was a boy or a girl, but in the song it was the opposite version, or like the opposite gender or whatever. So it's like,
oh, you want to have a pronouns note like I just did?
Yeah. No way.
No cursing. No way. I can't. Don't put
Billy.
That's not
parentheses.
No.
Hold on.
Barney Jr., dude.
Can I not be?
Can I be the token trans and give a little PSA?
Yes.
For a second. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm the token trans here. If somebody has a chosen name that is not the name you knew that they had before, thank you. Please respect them. However, cartoon characters are not real people, and neither are corporations. So you can keep calling it Twitter, and you can keep calling him BJ. I will do the same. I am the token trans. I give you permission. Adieu.
We all are.
We're looking at you, Nyan Nyan, or whatever your name is.
I love how quiet it is.
Kerron, is it going to be Mrs. K's Clubhouse now? What's up?
You know what? It's up for interpretation.
Based.
Okay. What about the idea, bitch?
The idea, bitch? That's me. That's me.
BJ has a very good point, though.
I'm the idea, bitch.
He said he hates the 12 Days of Christmas song.
There's absolutely no way.
Way too long.
Yeah, there's no way to shorten it. It's 12 days.
You can't. You literally can't.
Like, I always skip, like, when I'm watching.
That'll take one entire episode of Barney's World to get
on the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
When I'm watching the night before,
etc.
I'm always like skipping that.
In a pear tree. I did it.
Etc. They're totally heterosexual. Homosexual.
Homosexual.
Goodness.
No. Maurice Scott dances around like he has a seizure every time he's in the suit. No. It's like he's epileptic, and every time he opens the Barney mouth, it just sets
Oh
off
God, no!
seizure. And then there he goes, jumping around in the suit. Okay. Hey, look, I said the same thing. The Barney's World Holiday Special is just the 12 days of Christmas, and then it ends. No, I love you, no nothing. Okay. What do we think? Hedge her up. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna need y'all to stop sending stuff in the chat. Okay.
This is very important.
Kerron, can you put me on the main screen? I'm gonna do this like a YouTuber apology. I'm gonna put this on Do Not Disturb. All right. I made a huge lapse in judgment. Season 7 hit entertainment Barney is actually not bad. It's not. We all are. Thank you. I don't need to be on the stream anymore.
Oh, he's got fluff on his nose. No. We're into the effect.
This season was
Hello,
actually Barney, I'm speaking. I'm sorry.
You're welcome into the fold now.
Barney, I'm speaking. You're welcome.
I love you so much.
That's great, Barney. Look, it's this season was not bad at all. I think
Come back.
like I said earlier, it didn't wow me, but like it was just like it was all right. I think the only thing holding it back for me were the performances of the dinosaurs. And by dinosaurs I mean Barney and no one else.
Do we want to talk about that at all?
No, I do, and I will.
Yeah. Okay.
I was thinking earlier. One thing sometimes you hear in animation is not to draw your characters. Where am I at? Not to draw your characters doing this because this doesn't convey anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about that while I was watching Barney in the library and thinking about how often Barney does this in season 7 alone. And I was like, this tells me all I need to know about what I'm getting into. There was one episode, Barney comes to life. The kids were all behind him. And he's just like, oh, hello, everybody, looking at the camera. And the kids like run up to hug him, and he doesn't look at them at all.
Yeah.
Like, bro, can you like turn a little bit?
It does that a lot. He never turns to them.
Yeah, I'm like, what is going on here? My episode.
I have a theory of that, but go ahead.
What did you say?
I have a theory, but go ahead.
What is your theory?
It's a terrible theory because it's just that he's lazy.
No. My theory is that, like, since he's like only a stage actor, he doesn't understand blocking for TV and film. You know what I mean?
It could be.
But that doesn't excuse him for not looking at the children. You know what I mean?
I don't know. My episode, very, very nitpicky because that's what we all are. In and Out. Sorry, In and Out.
In and Out.
I was watching it earlier, and
the fast food restaurant.
Yeah, of course. They took a trip. It was really funny.
Check out my ranking.
Barney.
This way in, this way out is number 2.
Barney comes to
Explain
life.
yourself.
The kids were playing some sort of in and out game. I don't know. Barney comes to life, and he's like, "Oh, I love going in." Then he walks in the caboose, and out, and he walked out of the caboose, and then immediately he's like, "Oh, it was so much fun playing in and out." I'm like, "You did it once. What are you talking about? You just went in the door."
I think it can be fun that you do once.
But he was the doll, right? Weren't they playing with him as the doll?
Were they doing that with him?
Yeah.
I always theorize
playing the game already.
In and out with Barney. In and out. Or
I always theorize.
Was it that song? I don't remember. I think that was it.
I always theorize.
Or whatever the
in and out the doorway.
Doorway.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, so they did. Yeah.
It took years.
I mean, can I get a word out, please?
Years too. Go ahead.
In and out with Barney sounds a little more like the David Joyner.
I always theorize that he's sentient even when he's a doll. That makes sense. Like he's aware of what's going on before he actually comes alive.
Yeah, it's the same character. They just imagine that.
Right. Yeah. Well, I know that, but
yeah. No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Like season 1 when they're like tugging him back and forth. He's like, what the fuck is going on here?
He rip his arm off.
He's like, fucking ow!
Just nothing as a meltdown because they destroyed the studio doll. Also, I have to apologize to VJ. He said, "Don't make fun of epileptic people, please." I'm sorry, man. I wasn't making fun of them. I was making fun of Maurice Scott and his movements. But I apologize if that offended you.
But yeah, in and out, it was just boring. I didn't really take anything from it. I don't remember anything from it at all, really. So.
You know why I like that one? That's one of the ones that really makes use of the fact that they're in the park and they can do all of these nature and outdoor play. It opened a whole new, like, they couldn't really find a chrysalis before. That's not something that would have worked in the playground necessarily. So that was them taking advantage of this new nature setting that they had. So I think that's why I like that one so much.
Started raining one episode. They dunked the whole studio in water. I remember that. The whole thing was just as wet and moist. It's disgusting.
The rain effect is intense, especially on the spring episode.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh my god, they're destroying their new set.
They did that again too, like in like the Rip era stuff. They had a rain like that one time, and it destroyed like that painting they made or something.
Oh yeah, the colors episode.
Like they would drench the park when they wanted to.
Yeah, no, it's crazy that they did that.
All right, Kaylin, you're up. What do you say?
Stop go.
Oh yeah, that's right. You said that already.
Yeah, well, I didn't say it publicly.
Number 3.
Cool.
Where they leave Baby Bot to go play outside by herself again, and she complains about it.
Why is that your option?
That Exhibit A, if Hedge, can you just slightly move from your position, please? Please help me.
Wouldn't it be funny if Barney came to life?
I love how the extras
and he was
by the throat.
No, because Barney has to go in there. When Barney's in there, no one else is allowed in the caboose.
Inside the caboose, yeah.
There's like way too many distractions in that episode alone.
Like what?
Distractions.
The doll, for example.
Would you say that they're distractions because there are things happening inside a public park?
It took me years to. For one, we discussed in our private chat. That sounded weird. We discussed in our group chat.
No, it sounds more weird if they know the title that you named it.
Oh, jeez.
Go ahead.
That the doll in this season is really weird. Bad. They clearly built it in a rush because they wanted something that looked akin to the suit, but the one they built prior looks exactly like the suit. You know what I mean? No, okay.
No,
I have a
feeling weird.
Wait, which doll? What are you talking about? The doll that they started using as just
the
basic doll.
No, the one
that one looks weird.
The one they call the prototype, the one you like.
The one I like looks better.
Doesn't even show it.
Right? Yeah, I agree. Like every time they like do something with the doll, like when they actually play with it like a toy, it's very like this was clearly meant to be stood.
No. That's the one that looks like the costume. He's talking about the one that they just used as a standard for all the other episodes.
Right.
Okay. I thought that was the one you said you liked.
That's the one that I like.
Okay, this one.
Yeah.
He's saying that one looks weird.
Yeah,
it is weird.
I don't know if it's the same one.
To me, the later episodes, like later seasons, that doll works better for.
Did they just keep that one?
Yeah, because they built it like to look like.
It never changed.
Oh wow! I'm just realizing.
Even the season, I don't know if it's just me, but even like the season 7 and 8 suit looked darker, like a darker pink, purple, whatever, magenta than like the later stuff did. And that
the lighting in this season is a little dark.
Okay, that could be why.
They fix it as you watch through 8. They fix it.
Okay.
8 is considerably brighter.
Yeah.
This one right here is in the early episodes. If you look at his foot, I noticed it really early on.
Dangling.
They can't.
Oh, look at that!
They can't stand this doll up. You can see like one of the girl. I forget her name. She's trying to like sit him down, but he keeps propping back up because the foot is like broken.
Yeah.
So she keeps trying to push it down and keeps bringing it back up.
What episode is that from?
That's
is that the episode when they're first playing Leapfrog? Because you can really see it then.
Yes.
Because they're like mashing it down on the floor.
Yeah, it's just like.
This is another reason why your episode could be a good choice, Kaylin. Look what they released for the African version.
Oh, that's awesome.
I would have been so mad.
Why would you do that?
False advertising.
So angry.
That's awesome.
But other than that,
the round one Jen showed looked like Duncan Brandon.
Oh my God! Look at this thing.
Yeah, like the legs are like out. Like they clearly fixed it at some point to where like it had like it stayed.
Maybe
at one point it's just like it's basically.
But it was crazy
because on seasons like 5 and 6 they had the stunt Barney that if the kids actually had to handle it and throw it around, I wonder if this is a different one and this was the stunt Barney.
That's the actual one they use. The other one.
Are you sure? Or does it just look very similar?
It could have been a double.
The first one is the double because they use that for stunts.
But I think the first one was their first version.
Do they? Because on Play for Exercise, they're playing Leapfrog with it and stuff. I don't know why I just did this, but
I feel like that first one was their first version, and then they made the other one.
Right.
So I think the other one could have had. But I think the other one could have had 2 because we never saw that. If that's the stunt Barney, the one you're talking about, we never saw it again when they did other things with the Barney. You know what I'm saying? Like we only saw it.
They used it like,
and then he's never used it again.
They used it sparingly. Like there's one episode,
7, but not like 8 all the way.
Oh no! Once in season 8.
That's terrible.
We're not talking about that. Ew. But I'll get to my other situation with that later. Throughout this episode, they do random stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good PSA for people.
They do random stuff that's not like specific to the theme of the episode. And ironically, Baby Bop is the one who's like, you know what I mean? Giving the lesson on the theme. Because like while she's like telling people to stop and go, they're in the caboose like doing whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, let's dress up or let's sing this song.
She's just outside by herself.
The songs are
really sad.
They play stop go with the music.
Yeah.
Like what? Parade of Costumes?
Well, not Parade of Costumes. That
Okay.
one's. I get your point on that one, but when they do Barney has the boom box, and it's when I play the music, you go, and I stop the music, you stop.
Right. Yeah.
And then they cut to real kids, and it's like, can you do it too? So
yeah.
I don't mean like songs like that.
Before we finish talking, the link is open now, guys, so you guys can vote for whichever one you think it should be. So you can go ahead and start doing that now.
Do I have a link? Are we allowed to vote?
No.
For ourselves? All right.
Already voted for yourself.
Just checking.
Guys, I
Drew
really
and DJ,
enjoyed-
if you don't vote for All Aboard, we're not friends anymore. No.
I really liked Baby Bop in this season. I don't know. I think Baby Bop has become like my favorite character in the franchise. I just love how she's played, and I think there was one episode where they did the "I Love You" song, and then they're like, "Love you, me too," and then Baby Bop was like, "All right, come on, BJ, we gotta go. Come on, let's get her." And BJ's like, "What are you talking about?
What's the hurry?"
Like she knows the routine. Like we gotta get out of here. She didn't give a reason. Like no.
We have to go because the camera has to pan back in order for this party to transition.
Really?
She's actually written like a toddler this season.
Yeah, for sure.
In the safety episode, BJ's hiding behind something, and he says, "I'm not going to come out if Baby Bop puts another bandage on me." And she runs up to him, but I want to though.
Yeah,
it's like, oh.
It almost felt like a little bit like they were starting. I mean, obviously because it was a whole new company too. Like it was established, but they were starting over again. You know what I mean? Like going back to Baby Bop is this toddler age child. You know, that kind of thing. That they, after season 1 and kind of 2, they strayed away from for a while, and like they went back to it with season 7, which I liked. and then they strayed away from it again.
I wonder if that was Steve kind of emphasized that in the Barney Bible.
Probably, yeah.
There were certain things they pulled directly from season 2. I don't
You
remember what
can tell
episode.
they got the New Testament of the Barney Bible by season 11. It all shit went out the window.
Thou shall not fuck up the show.
It was straight up a New Testament.
I don't remember what episode it was, but they were doing this castle thing, and then BJ came in. He was like the dragon. And he was like, "Roar, roar," exactly how he did in season 2. And I remember seeing that and being like, "Wait a minute."
Both of those are Steve White episodes.
This was lifted. Can we do this? Okay.
You're allowed to plagiarize yourself.
That's kind of nice.
One more thing about my choice. This is a very, very like technical thing that I just do not like. After the I Love You song, they run out, they say goodbye, they're waving to Barney. As they climb up the stairs going towards the exit, they keep waving to where Barney is, but as the camera pans to where the doll's supposed to be, it's nowhere near where Barney originally was.
Oh, I didn't notice.
He's all the way like by the stairs leaving the caboose, even though he was on the
You
other
s-
side of the caboose.
I think we've established that we don't really care about eye lines anymore. So
Yeah.
Well, so I was like, what is the point in putting him where he wasn't
Right
even
there.
at?
Right.
They always do that.
Why don't just do what they did earlier? Well, in the early seasons, just fade into a different shot.
They did that in season 7 too, because they did it in what episode was that? The one where they were talking about like I can't remember what episode it was. I watched it after you had mentioned that earlier today, where like the kids left and it faded to him being by the duck pond. Whatever episode it was when they had the new baby ducks or whatever.
Spring into fun.
Yeah, they ended by kind of like by the like further down from there, but then it faded to him already sitting at the pond, which was nice.
I also wonder telling that story. I don't know if it's a germaphobe in me or not. When what's his name comes out of the water and like spews out that nasty pond water, I was like, ugh.
Oh, Mario. When he's playing the troll.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was probably like a bottle of water that he put in his mouth.
No, he has jaundice.
He definitely didn't just inhale pond water. Hey kids, do you mind just going ahead and gulping up some of that water?
Maybe I should have put that as a note. Actually, now that you mention it,
it probably is. It does exhibit a bad behavior.
Right.
It's like, but Mario did it on Barney.
Well,
no, you cannot drink the lake water.
You're taking influence from Mario on Barney.
See,
and everyone.
Stuff gets missed, and you don't notice until parents start complaining. You're like, "Oh, crap."
Drew says the New Testament of the Barney Bible is basically just a page that reads, "Add conflict to very much non-conflict driven show."
Oh god! Oh goodness gracious!
But he literally goes.
The timing of these streams is because you're getting into the Riff era in a post Barney's world, and that's going to be interesting because that's kind of what Barney's world is doing too. So, yeah. Anyway, that's
Barney's world.
The timing,
and again, I think I said to you, Jen, like the difference between Barney's world and this is Barney and Friends was a very established, like this is what it should be all the time, and they strayed away from it. Whereas Barney's world, we have no expectations for them to do anything because they've just done their own.
Barney
thing.
was active at that time when they made that change.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's been 15 years. So that's what I think. You can even go back to my Spots of Love interview and hear me say this. It has more of a better chance now that it's basically they basically have a clean slate.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I do wish it was closer to what they were doing before. But anyway,
for sure.
I'm the Debbie Downer on Barney's world, I guess. But
you'll come around.
I'll watch all of it. I'm gonna judge it as its own thing.
Especially if your niece and nephew like it. You'll tolerate it
all right.
even more.
Can I actually say that it relates? There's a detail from a leak, but can I say why they're not gonna see it?
Sure.
Okay.
If it's about our cameos, I wouldn't talk about it.
Yeah, don't tell them that we're in it.
Yeah, I just got to check cash.
Spoiler alert. This isn't really a spoiler. There's a grandmother character in the show.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And they call her Nona. That's not my mother's Italian. I have Nonas. That's not how you say it. It's Nona. It's not Nona. It's Nona. I mentioned this to my mom, because I know that bothers her. So I said, hey, in the new Barney, there's a Nona. And she looked, and I thought she was going to laugh, but she looked at me like, please don't put that on for the kids. So it's okay. So like, okay, it's just not allowed. Classic Barney it is.
Do you think it could be like you only turn on the ones that they don't mention or she existed? Because she's not.
I don't know. They may see it at home. I don't know what they watch at home, but
yeah.
But then again, you got to think like
I'm perfectly happy keeping the classic Barney.
Kids have their different pronunciations of what they call their parents and grandparents.
But I think
like how black folks, we call our grandma sometimes Big Mama.
No, we
don't.
But
well, yes, we do. Come on now.
We don't at all.
You go to open the storm door.
Yeah, that's Mama. That's my dear. No, it ain't.
Or my Dukes.
You go open the storm door.
My Dukes. God damn. Anyway. But the thing is, she's not calling her that as like her nickname for her grandma. She's calling her that because some of their heritage is Italian.
Yeah.
Right. No. It's completely pronounced. And I was gonna say maybe it's a Canadian thing, but Jen, you're Canadian, so I have no argument.
No, it's Nona.
Yeah, I believe you.
Do you remember when there right at the start of the pandemic, there was people were ordering pizza from something called Pasquale's Pizza, and they got it, and it was Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, the ghost.
And they were like, "What the fuck is this?" I told that story to my mom, and she kept correcting me on the pronunciation of the name Pasquale. I don't even remember what it actually is, but I was trying to get the story out, and she kept correcting me, and I had to be like, look,
just
these are idiot Texans mispronouncing it. Okay, you're just gonna have to deal with that.
Just listen to the story. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. I'm gonna give you guys like 5 more minutes to vote, and then we're gonna call it quits. Right now, there's 2 that are stuck at like tied right now.
What is it?
Better be mine.
Can't tell you yet.
You're just not gonna. All right.
No, I'm gonna interrogate you later. Come on.
So the voting.
He's been lying the entire time. I miss my boy. I really do.
Rip. Rest in peace.
Of course.
What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you come back?
I'm gonna
buy that pig. Or
I think. Okay. All right. It was probably wise for them to basically treat this as a clean slate and to maybe scale back a little bit on some of the extra elements that had developed over the years. However, I will give you this. They're literally in a park. What do you see all the time in a park? You see squirrels and birds. Why are they gone?
But no, they're not. Oh, well, they should bring them back. But
I'm not talking about Barney's World. I'm talking about season 7.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows what'll happen in Barney's World, but
yeah. I thought that's what you were talking. No, absolutely. This would have been the place for them to be.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, from what I gathered,
the janitor from the school to take care of the park, you could have brought the bird and the squirrel.
Yeah.
If Absolutely. Mr. Boy can come back, I'm sorry.
Although I love that Mr. Boyd is more frequently in the show. Because previously he's in like one each.
Sorry, I keep getting these messages. If Mr. Boyd can come back, literally all the lyric crew can come back.
Come back in what?
Season 7.
Barney's door. What are we talking about?
Wait.
Barney's door.
We saw Mr. Boyd. He was in the cleanup about the music video.
That's what I'm saying. I said if he can come back, the world.
Well, use commas in your speech.
No.
This is the most unorganized.
Ebonics.
Wait, why did I do my upper lip? I should have done my nose. Like.
Say that.
Why did I do this? What the heck?
Oh boy!
Oh goodness!
Awesome. I was thinking to myself,
you've got one more good season, and then
I was thinking to myself, like, because Dean sounded closer to what Bob's voice was in the first few episodes of season 7, and I was wondering, I was laughing to myself earlier because I was wondering if like he was doing that, and one day he was just in his room, like rehearsing the voice to himself. And he was like, oh boy, wait a minute, I kind of sound like this. And like kind of flanderized himself. It just sort of stayed that way.
I feel like these things just kind of happen naturally.
You can hear it gradually changing over the
Yeah.
episodes too.
I'm the voice of Baxter Bear on Kerron show, and I've been doing it for how long has it been? 3 years now.
35 years.
Because I started on season 2, right?
35.
Yeah.
I've done three sets. Okay, so I did a bunch of stuff for recent projects, and then the new Mr. K album came out, and it had a song from season 2, and I was like, oh god,
It sounds like Baxter has smoked cigarettes.
wasn't even that long ago,
But he sounds like this. Whereas now he sounds a lot higher.
Well, but also
It just
what
kind of
you were-
happens that way.
But also, what you were doing too, Jen, at that time was you were redubbing a song that had the original guy's voice. Of
No, it
Baxter
wasn't.
on it. Yeah, Wheels on the Bus. Oh no, you're thinking of Taxi.
Wheels on the Bus was a completely different arrangement.
Yeah, but we just changed them.
I am talking about Taxi, yeah.
Yeah, Taxi, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody said, how do we vote? There, if you're on YouTube, which I think you are.
You go to the polls next month. Well, before then, you get registered.
Yeah. Turns out they're not even in America, and they could give two shits about what's happening to us. If you need to vote, there's a link. It's pinned at the top of the YouTube chat. You just click on it, and that's where you would put your vote in.
I like being back here with Miss Etta.
Oh, we failed to mention that this season and the season after this was filmed back to back, so there wasn't any like in between. There wasn't like a year break. Like they up and running.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there was an initial order for 40.
Yeah.
Colors make me happy.
Do we want to mourn the loss of the Barney's house show that was announced the day after Hit bought?
No.
Yeah, it should have been that.
I love the park, but man, that's a
great.
missed opportunity.
It definitely was. Anyone who says it's not is lying.
I still haven't seen Pajama Party, whatever that was. That apparently took place at the house.
Yeah, they just kind of hang out in the living room.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then it's just clips from 5 and
That's
6.
with Maurice Scott too, right?
No.
Antoine Steele.
No.
Oh. Where did I read? I feel like I read that somewhere.
Shame on you.
Maurice Davis.
I mean, yeah, it was Maurice Davis.
By the way, Maurice Scott is not credited in Puppy Love, although it's obviously him on that one song, but he's not credited, which is rude.
Good.
Well, they get back to him on season 9. So.
I'm sure he's a nice guy.
He comes back
in the white void, and it doesn't help.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like this the entire time. I don't know why he does this, and he just moves his body instead of moving the bite bar. He just does this thing.
Is he like holding the mouse?
I don't know what he's doing. His hands just stay there.
You gotta see that.
If you look at that one, what episode is that, Jen? When he opens the show.
It's the two. It's the two moving and grooving episodes.
Yeah, it's one of the music ones.
Let's Make Music. What's the other one? Moving Along.
Yeah, it's Let's Make Music.
He's in both of those.
Where he opens the show, but like for some, and even in all the other stuff, he keeps his hands like right here underneath the jaw of the mouth.
I'm so glad to see you.
Like he just it's like he's moving his shoulders or something, and that's it.
I'd love to see that.
Just, like, what are you? Put your arms down.
Well, you're going to in a month or so.
Wait, wasn't he also Musical Castle?
Antoine.
No, that was Antoine Steele.
No, that was Antoine. Okay, never mind.
That's the other black guy.
I just remember that clip that they play at the beginning of the Barney DVDs and Hit Entertainment. They're like
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
You see how he jumps and stuff?
That's an alright performance.
No. Stop, Paige. You and Kaylin are full of. Listen, you guys. I don't know what your problems are, but the things that deserve some credit, you guys don't want to give it, and then the things that don't deserve credit, you want to give all the credit.
I'm not listening to you.
You guys were nicer to season 7 than I was worried I would have to fight you on a lot of things. So
it took me years to.
I was gonna say that
that was happening when you were being interrupted. You're not being interrupted now.
I was gonna say that little clip thing that they play at the beginning of the DVDs, where it's like everybody loves Barney. They play like that clip from Musical.
Barney.
Yeah, they play that clip from
Musical in Hawaii,
Castle, which I've never seen, but we used to emulate Barney. We already talked about this, but like they show. I guess Antoine like puppeting the mouth for Barney, and he opens the mouth so wide, and you can see his whole head move. He's like,
Yeah, and Musical Castle. Yeah.
I'm like, what is
Yeah.
he saying?
He's singing Mr. Knickerbocker at that time too.
Is he really?
Yeah. On Musical Castle.
I'm like, what is going on?
He's on like everyone. And that part, yeah.
I always thought it was so funny.
He goes real hard on that bite bar.
He really does. But at least he knows how to move it. Like it's at least he moved it.
It's like he's about to break the nose.
I just thought of something that might back our claims for
With the black art claims, dude.
for Tim Dever, like originally doing those first couple episodes, there was a promo, and I think I only know this because it was in my hometown for Nashville Public Radio. I mean, not public TV. That had David Joyner in the suit in the park setting.
Well, he's on like a green screen, and they throw in a photo of it. But
I gotta put like tape over Kerron's thing on the screen so I don't look. Yeah, oh yeah, I gotta find something. Colors make me happy.
Colors make me happy.
You watch your damn mouth.
Everywhere I go.
I bet Nattyville.
Barney is my dad.
All right.
look at him nod.
Yeah, there he is.
See, that's I would
listen,
love to have that.
Look, listen. As much as I do appreciate Carrie, but most of my hey, Carrie was great on stage.
Look at that
kind of argument came from thinking that was Carrie this whole time, not knowing that was. So now I'm kind of like, conflicted about things. Was my whole life a lie?
That's a good stage presence, though. That's.
No,
I mean, it
really
looks
good.
funny up close, but like.
But see, that's what
when you're
that's
in
why
like
I
a
was
venue.
saying. That's why I was saying, like, well, maybe Carrie Singh is like stage and TV is very different, which it still is. That's still an excuse for him. But I always thought that was him performing that. So I was like, how come he couldn't just bring that energy to TV? And he couldn't because it wasn't him.
Because it wasn't him.
20 shades lighter. And he
I'm
also
not going back on Purple Roads now.
Yeah, I'm not getting on Purple Roads again. I'm gonna
Let
be
me just
like,
correct you.
Like the option is there.
Is it Karen?
Yeah. No, that's Barnes. I'm like, sorry, man. I'm already doing my own podcast. That's what he told me. So, let's do this, guys. Here we go.
right.
We have the episodes we're tied, both at 7 votes. So we need to do the random wheel generator to break a tie.
Didn't that happen last time I was here?
It did.
Yes.
Oh, that's funny.
Stop coming to these streams, Jen.
I think your friends are biased, Jen, and they're just choosing yours, and then
Well, see.
the real choice can't be chosen because we have to tie break it. Hold on.
I love you. I love me too. Come on, everybody. Me playing that sitar, whatever that is.
All right, it's down to us two, Jen. The two with common sense, and not plagued by just the whole.
I don't. Where is it? I don't have the common sense enough to not buy this.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, that's funny.
Here we go.
That's funny that it's those two.
We're going to decide.
Okay.
Red.
Right now.
Red.
Blue.
Yeah.
Hey,
blue.
it's just like the election.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say.
I don't like that.
You're not going to vote blue? See, there we go.
Wow.
Oh,
There we go.
man.
Yeah.
It's a happy day, AI.
God dang it! It still put mine on the. Oh, there we go. Yeah. All right.
Oh, man.
I didn't want the red side. I'm sorry.
Now
All right,
I'm a
here we go.
Republican. Oh, shucks.
Here we
Vote
go.
on, vote on the board.
Anthony says both of those are bangers. I'm disgusted. Well,
I am
one of
all.
them is-
Mine was all aboard, and I'm also disgusted. So you're not alone. Okay, let's see.
The 50-50 chance for it to make the right decision.
Are you?
It did not.
No.
Oh,
Yeah!
Shut up. There is no confetti.
Make worst Barney episode great again.
Yeah.
We're gonna be playing all aboard on all the programs. I tell you, it's gonna be great.
We're gonna check out BJ's red cat.
Fantastic.
We're gonna sit on the idea bench. I have the best ideas.
We're gonna cancel the Barney's World, and we're gonna play that
We're gonna make it
episode
my
on
world.
repeat.
I have the best world.
If they bring back slavery,
They're all saying it.
Can I throw out an insane theory that I think might actually have some validity?
Yeah,
No.
what's that?
Do you think
Maybe
that's why
Trump will
BJ
win.
doesn't have a red cap anymore?
You know
That
what? I
could
don't
be
know.
like
That could be.
That is taking on new
Red cap.
connotations now.
essentially the more controversial things about that character specifically are being taken out. His
Yeah.
name and the stuff on his body.
They even took away the shoes, the tennis shoes.
No shoes. No one gets shoes.
Green toes.
Make Barney great again. Well, when Barney's World fails, then they'll do a live action damage control series, and you can get me as the voice. Offer it to Bob first.
Yeah, give it to Bob first. And
Hire Bob, hire Dean, hire Tim.
I like
Hire
that.
someone.
Tim?
Yeah. Question mark.
I don't know. Can he do it anymore? No one's. What does he even
No
look
one
like?
ever finds. I want to talk to him.
What
No one
does he
ever
look
finds him
like?
anywhere. Like, where is he?
Find Tim. Track
What
him
does he
down.
even look like?
Tim.
It's crazy.
If anyone can find him, we'll give you this signed David Voss autograph of Barney, but it's Carrie.
Do it. Everyone don't do
Oh,
that.
that's funny.
You're gonna scare him from ever wanting to come on a podcast.
Yeah, I mean everyone else avoids me, so it wouldn't be.
Hey,
They
Karen
will
Barnes,
avoid
we
all
just
of
want to
us.
talk. We just want to talk.
Just
No.
yeah. All right,
They're
everyone.
out.
Well, that's the end of this stream. To remind you guys, next Friday, it's not the worst Barney episode stream, but it is the Barney History Fans stream. That's the day that the first full episode of Barney's World premieres on YouTube. So we're going to give our thoughts on that. We're doing a giveaway
Again.
of a Gorillas inspired poster of the different Barneys drawn by Hedge. You have
Which is amazing, by the way.
What'd you say? Oh yeah, which is amazing. Yes, you have to be on the stream. We're going to be
18 or older.
Yes, 18 or older to claim it. We're going to be using like the voting thing that we used now for you guys to be able to put your names in. So you have to be on the stream in order to win that. But that is next Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time as well. And then we'll be back the Friday right after that for season 8.
What is it Eastern?
What'd you say?
Baby Bob said, "What is it Eastern?"
9? No,
It's 8.
8.
Oh,
yeah.
my God, Barney.
Cool.
8/7 Central. Remember they used to say that shit on TV?
On Disney
Right,
Channel,
yeah.
yeah. At 8/7 Central.
It'll be
The
on
Barney
8/7.
History Fans stream.
So yes, 7 p.m. Central Time, or 8 p.m. Eastern Time, or if you want to do the other stuff, Google it. Everyone has a computer. Figure it out.
Do it yourself.
We'll be here though,
Look it up,
live. That one will be on my YouTube channel. It'll be through Terrific Tributes channel. Hedge, we're going to try to get you connected to that too. And then we're also going to have it on Barney Builder's YouTube channel as well. So there'll be a few different ways for you to be connected to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any last minute things from you guys?
Like laughing and playing, learning
Learning
something.
All right, everybody.
new.
We'll see you